Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
In a world
I'm living good, I'm living great. Everything I do in the first place. I said I'm living good, I'm living great. Everything I do in the first place.
Shutterstock Music.
Watch my money grow, watch my money grow watch my money grow like a proud parent. Yeah, my money getting old and it's colder than the snow bunny. Happy get money, honey.
You heard it. Help me get money, honey. That is the deal. That is the week this week. Folks, welcome back. This is the C3 Panthers Podcast, the post-game show. But guess what? We have nothing to argue about this week. There's no debates about a win. There's no debates about a loss. Who are we going to draft? Nah. We're getting into some different stuff this week. This is our first time annual charity drive bi-week show. We have teamed up with the Nikki and Bradley Bozeman Foundation, and we are going to try to raise as much money as we can for these people. So I want to say for everybody in the show right now, we never ask for money, but a lot of you give it to us. If you're going to give money, give it to this charity today. We are trying to build as much money as we can. Every single dollar helps. 100% of what you donate goes to the charity. And there's a lot of cool things going into it as well. But we have a packed house here full of heroes. And I'm going to start out with the Godfather, Tony Dunn. How you doing, buddy?
I am fantastic. Glad to be here. Glad to be hanging out with you. First, thankful for all the work that you've put into making this idea come to fruition. Thanks to the Nikki and Bradley Bozeman Foundation for the hard work they do. And thank you to our listeners. Again, what we want you to do is just check the pinned link in YouTube. And that is a direct link to the fundraiser. We don't want the money. No middleman here. We want you to donate directly to the foundation. I just peeked over at it just a moment ago. We started this on Tuesday. And right now we are at the start of this show. So let's see where we can get. We are at $1,105, which actually is very impressive to me because I was nervous when she suggested a $5,000 starting point. I was like, holy cow. But let's see what we can make some noise here. We're going to play some Panther trivia. We're going to watch the 4 o'clock games. Right now, Cincinnati's up on Kansas City. Holy cow. And I'm here with Cody Lashney, my brother. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. Listen, shout out to Greg for putting this together. We're able to do something cool and raise some money for charity. Nikki and Bradley Bozeman, they've been such a welcome component to this Carolina Panthers team, both on and off the football field, man. Yep. So we get to do something cool today. We're going to be giving away some prizes, but we're also going to be doing some trivia, man. We're going to see what we know. We're all partnered up here. You see some of the boys from the Friday free-for-all. We're going to be in here chilling, having fun, having a good time. But first and foremost, please donate to the link in the description, man. Let's do something good from the C3 Panthers Podcast and give back to the community, man.
Hell yeah. Build that community. That's the idea.
That's right.
CK, what's up?
Oh, just out here spending my Sunday with you guys as usual. Many people are going to look at this week and be like, man, the Panthers get the week off. Will C3 take the week off? And we're not.
Nope.
We are here to be able to not only bring you guys the content that you are going to be starving for this week because there is no Panthers football, but we're also going to be doing it for a good cause. And hopefully this is something we can do annually to continue to bring awareness and some financing to some of these charities in desperate need, especially around the holidays. So, the fact that we are where we are already, we've got such a head start on this. I am super appreciative of that. and I can't thank everybody who's already donated enough. But I'm ready to start talking about some of the games today, but also get into some of the stuff that Greg has planned today.
Yeah. Well, we definitely don't have a bye week on the C3 Panthers podcast. Like there is
Never.
no bye week here. Like we don't
never
miss a
get
week. We don't
tired.
miss a beat. That's right. We never get tired. We are always here to give you the Panthers news that you need. We also have some guests on tonight. I wanted to do some trivia, and we were going to team up with fans of the show. So I think, however the panelist on this show wanted to get their partners, I told them, like, grab some fans and let's do it. So we do have some guests here. Drew, what's up, man?
No,
Free for all the time, but here on the Sunday post game charity drive. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Glad to be on. Glad to help out with a great cause, Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation. So here to do some charity and see if we can win these prizes today.
I hear you, man. Well, you're actually teamed up with me, so you're going to be my partner, my kind of co-host. You're going to be the judge.
He
He's
won.
the judge and jury.
He won.
Yeah, he won. He won with me. That's right. That was winning. Yeah. Speaking of me. he is the judge and
Now he's
jury. He's going to let
disappointed.
us know who rings in first, because what we're doing this is, I ask the question and then people ring in with their names. And I've done this on my show quite a bit before, and it gets kind of difficult if you don't have somebody to determine who is said it first. So Drew's going to be the judge tonight. But we also have Panther Pickle. What's up, man?
Hey guys, keep donating. I'm here, glad to be here, glad to help out for the great cause. And just think, folks, instead of going to the coffee shop for your $5 cup of coffee or swing by McDonald's for your $20 Happy Meal, give to somebody who really needs it.
That's right.
That's
it,
exactly
man.
right. And I hadn't mentioned it yet on this show. I think I mentioned it on Tuesday, but also I wanted everybody to know I'm giving away 3 autographed rookie Panthers cards today. One of them is going to be a Luke Kuechly. I haven't decided to do the 2 yet, but I'll decide through the show. And for every $5 you donate, gets you 1 entry, up to 5 entries. So, I mean, you can donate more than $25, but you only get 5 entries. I'll pay for the shipping. Just if you win, let me know, and I'll send this to you. But it's a little perk for being able to donate to charity and having a good cause. So. Also got Blake with us. What's up, man?
Well, what's going on this evening, guys? It's a wonderful time to be on the show, especially in support of the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation. Like Cody said, such a wonderful addition to our team. Being a big Panthers fan, I'm just excited to be here and be part of the fun this evening.
Glad you could be here for sure. It's definitely appreciative. Anybody
We're
can
getting
help.
good people with good pipes on this show. Bro.
Yeah, talent. That's what it is. Everybody has their talent. So. And then, of course, I would be remiss if I did not mention Tony's bastard son, White Chocolate Espresso. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
What's happening, man?
Hold on,
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
good.
I was gonna say, yeah, Cody. He hit me up, begging me, crying like, "I need your help.
Oh God,
I
dude.
need
Here
you.
we go.
My lack of Panther knowledge. I just need you, bro." So
You should have made him say something, like live about Trevor Lawrence, Gamecock, something. You should have made him say something live. But
well, I don't think he wants to talk about Trevor Lawrence today.
I'm surprised he came back after the half.
look,
Yeah,
Yo,
I
does
know.
anybody want to trade? My partner's insufferable.
Cody, I was
Were they all a couple?
Yeah.
I was making these questions last night, and it was so difficult to not include some kind of Trevor Lawrence question as just kind of a little jab. Because I know I threw that jab into you on the Friday Free For All, and I was like, oh, I felt bad after that. But you know what I felt really bad about is
you didn't.
White
You didn't
Chocolate
feel bad
Espresso
at
and
all.
Cody. You're right, I didn't really feel bad. White Chocolate Espresso and Cody were on my show this Friday, and I actually lost power in the middle of the show. Luckily, I have Ross is my homeboy, and he was able to carry everything on. But if you want to talk, I'm going to finish Game of Thrones by next Friday. So next Friday, we're going to have a Game of Thrones orgy. It's going to be amazing.
Oh,
We're going to talk
shit.
about the whole series. It's going to be fun. So anybody listening now that likes Game of Thrones, come check that out. It's going to be a really good time.
Y'all
gotta
heard
invite
that Greg's
Tony
having an
to-
orgy next year online.
Yeah,
Well, I already had a
You
Star
oughta-
orgy.
you ought to invite
Yeah.
Tony so he can tell us how wrong we are about that terrible show
I
or
think-
whatever.
Tony, how much have you watched?
I've watched the whole show.
The whole, all 8 seasons?
I've watched it twice.
If you haven't seen all 8 seasons and The House of Dragons, are you really doing it right?
Yeah.
I've only seen the
two
first 7
books.
seasons in House of the Dragon, so I haven't
Tony's
read
so
the first
yet
smart.
to finish the 8th season.
They call him the
7th
professor
season, so.
for a reason.
It's all right. You don't really need to watch the 8th season of Game of Thrones. You can skip that
Yeah,
whole part.
That's what I've
yeah,
heard.
right.
Yeah, I've only
Sure.
watched through
So-
5 seasons my second time, but
Mhm.
I will consistently just say this is slightly it's an overrated show that is dependent on sex and to kind of wow you. And dime
Nerd.
piece, they have the hottest chicks, like, and there's like
Mhm.
dime pieces everywhere, but I
Nerd.
feel like it's kind of I think they gotta they use some of those crutches.
Loser.
All right, Cody.
All right,
Well, look.
anyway, that's it.
All I can say is I watched House
Good
of the
show,
Dragon
not
first,
the best
then
ever.
I hear you. I read House of the Dragon first, then I read Fire and Blood, then I started watching Game of Thrones, and I think that for me and being able to stream it was what just made it so great. But that's not this podcast.
And you like
that's my
everything.
podcast. Come to that one. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Panthers football on this podcast.
Aw, snap.
But we don't have any Panthers football to talk about. Which honestly,
We sort
guys,
of
I gotta
do.
ask everybody here: is that really a bad thing? Like, is it? I'm kind of loving this not having to deal with either sulking over a loss or debating whether a win was worth it or not this week. You know, like give me this is a nice break from what we've gone through this year. We're going to come
fun.
back. We're going to be one game back in the division. With
If Tampa
5
Bay
games left.
loses tomorrow,
Yeah.
I'm just
So,
saying.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Well, if Tampa Bay
And
loses
it's
tomorrow, they're
fun
playing
to
New Orleans,
watch
right?
other. It's fun
Yeah.
to watch
Yeah.
other football
Yeah.
teams too.
Is
Like,
if
we-
Tampa
yeah.
loses, we'll be tied for the division, right?
Yep. If Tampa loses, I'm pretty sure we'll be tied for first.
We'll be tied for the division.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Can
I
we
think
speak
we work out-
Tiebreakers.
something in? Can
With
we speak
tiebreakers
something into
over-
existence?
Yeah, we'll have tiebreakers over the Bucks and the Saints, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Would it work out
ooh,
better in the long run if the Saints and the Bucks tied?
That's what I was going to say. We
Well,
need to
yeah.
speak
Yes.
into
I mean, that's
existence
that's
a
the
tie.
ideal.
Yeah.
Is
That's the
that-
ideal.
Think about this as how cool a tie would be.
Mhm.
A
Here's the
tie
thing.
would-
Here's the thing: is if the Saints lost, that if they won, I don't feel like that hurts us as much as people think, right? Do we really? Are we worried about the Saints making a push?
Nah.
Is anybody worried about us making a push?
making a push? Exactly.
Yeah.
But,
So, we-
but here's my reasoning: like, who are you more worried about making a push? The Tampa Bay Bucks or the Saints?
I love this is
Sure.
like an ugly girl is like screaming at an ugly biatch.
But-
like, look at that ugly biatch. You're like, you busted, girl. Already. Here, this is why we need a tie, CK. Is if we get a tie between the Bucks and the Saints, this is what happens. We move into first in the right. We're tied
No.
for first in the division. If
No.
they right?
No.
Why
Yeah,
not?
and then it gives
Because
us an
they're
extra
one
half
game-
lead.
They have one game on us. So right now,
Who, the Saints do?
Yeah, no,
Or the
the
Bucks?
the Bucks.
Buccaneers.
The Bucks have one game. They've got 5 wins. We have 4 wins. So there's nothing they can do this week to lose that lead to us. And
Okay.
so now
I
if
was hoping a tie would actually advance our cause for the division, which it kind of does, and simultaneously propel us higher in the draft.
So it wouldn't do that. Now here's what it will do. If they tied, that gives them. So basically, they have 5 wins right now, right? If they tie, they have 5.5 wins, right? If they lose, they just have 5 wins. So a tie doesn't help our case for trying to beat Tampa. It only helps our case for trying to beat the Saints
In the draft.
in the draft.
That's
and-
what I'm saying. Is a tie actually kind of gets us a little closer to the division title and a little closer to top
Right.
5.
That's the best of both worlds. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, wait a second, that sounds kind of good, to be honest with you. Because I don't think that affects us right now.
The worst scenario is Tampa winning.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think that affects us right now. I think that affects us in the end. Like that might be like at the end of the season. What does this tie
Like
mean? for
one
Atlanta?
draft pick.
So check this
for
out,
Tampa
guys.
Bay.
I'm on a predictioner, if you will. If we win out, we have a 98% chance to host the wild card.
Let's go.
No
Yeah,
matter
we
what
probably-
else happens. No matter
Yeah,
what else happens.
Well, if we win the division, like we're definitely hosting a wild card, but we will
yeah.
be. I mean, we're going to be hosting the Giants or the Cowboys. Let's be real.
We can
Like-
lose against the Seahawks and still have a 75% chance to host the wild card.
So why are the odds stacked so far against us? Oh my gosh.
Because you have to win
lose
out.
against this. We can lose against the Steelers, win against the Seahawks, and win out, and still have a 76% chance. The only game we cannot lose is against the Buccaneers. Even if we lose against the Saints at the end of the season, we still have a roughly 70% chance.
As long as we win out the rest of the games.
As long as we win out the rest of the games.
Well, as long as we win out the rest of the games except for the Pittsburgh game, right? That was it.
Well, it was
one game. As long as we win all but one game, and as long as that one game isn't
the Buccaneers
against the Bucks,
right?
Yep,
that makes sense.
We have a 70 something percent chance of hosting the wild card, and like we talked about on Friday, CK, we have the easiest schedule among all the other NFC South teams.
Yes, by a pretty heavy margin, in my opinion.
And we've already beaten all of them.
Yup.
So
we've already
come
won.
April, when they release a new schedule, nobody needs to freak out how bad the schedule looks.
It's always like that every year.
Hey, you know what though? Nobody freak out now because we have some awesome donators, man. Supreme Leader Z donated $50. Can't give much, but I know anything is something when it comes to charity. Shout out to C3. Much love, my broskies. We appreciate you, Supreme. And then Julia Hahn, 20 minutes ago, $150 is proud to
Shout out
support
to her.
the wonderful cause. Awesome by Julia, man. We appreciate that so much. And again, the link to donate is in the chat room, man. We have it pinned to the top. Yeah, man, that's what today is. We're doing something good for charity, donating money for charity, and just having fun talking Panther football, doing some trivia, hanging with the boys. You already know, man.
Well, speaking of trivia, man, why don't we go and get that knocked out? Because if we keep talking about the stuff we're talking about, we're going to just dive into all the other topics I have later.
Right.
So here we go. We got Carolina Panthers trivia right here. All these questions are going to be totally Carolina Panthers. Yeah, I worked on this last night.
This is so good.
CK, sorry, it cut the top of your head off right there. I don't know why. I couldn't recover it.
That's normal. That's what my head looks like.
That's what your head looks like.
It's gamer head. It's gamer head, dude.
Hey, you notice how I'm the only one in cover in color, right? That means I stand out amongst the rest of the playing field.
I don't know. I'm in
Well,
blue.
I definitely made sure.
I
you
know. I
had
feel
your
like
hand
he's
up.
just colorblind. Oh no, his actual face. Oh, the face is in color. I got it. I thought you were talking about your outfit. I was like, God,
no,
everybody's
man, I'm doing flossing up there. What you mean?
Got you.
All right, so check it out. So we'll go ahead and dive into this. We have some Carolina Panthers trivia, and I did it just like Jeopardy. We got 5 categories, 5 questions each category, 1 through 100. As I was looking at them, I tried to judge which was more difficult than the other. It may not necessarily be exactly that, but based on me knowing the answers, it was kind of what I thought would be more difficult to get. So
Can you explain to us? You are as about how we call it like signal.
Oh yeah. So 5 rounds, 5 questions, range from 110. Total points at the end wins, and the way we're going to ring in is just your name. So we've got Tony and Blake, correct?
Yep.
We've got Cody and White Chocolate Espresso, and then we've got Panther Pickle and Codizzle Allen. Right? Those are our team. Okay.
Yep.
So anybody for your team that rings in is fine. Doesn't really matter. It's just that I need Drew. You're my partner here. While I'll be reading the questions and they'll be coming out there, I need you to make sure, tell me who rings in first, and then I'm going to be keeping score as well. But if
I'm
you can do
also
that,
going to
that's
keep score too, just to try to have a log because I know how it gets.
That makes.
I'm
sense
just
to
going to
me.
write down who wins each question in order. I got it all like.
Cool deal. All right. Well, I appreciate the help. Well, let me see. I think I got. Okay, so these are the categories. First category is going to be all-time leaders. This is career in Carolina Panther history, all-time leaders. Second was going to be single-season leaders. Thirds is going to be second sons and bastards. So basically, that is people who have come in second all-time with the Panthers or in the season with the Panthers. We mix it up a little bit, and people that are just bastards that have played for the Panthers. So we have first and last, the first time Carolina's done something or the last time something's happened. And then, Cody, I'd say this one for last for you, the draft. Going to be questions about GMs, about draft picks, all kinds of good stuff. So,
Okay.
without further ado, is everybody ready? We'll go ahead and start the first question.
I feel like the bastard should be my category.
If you don't win it,
Yeah, put it in there for you. So
If you don't win, we got problems. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, bro.
there's
You
not
are
a
from
ton of
South
bastards that
Carolina.
play for Carolina.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
They're-
South Carolina. Hold on, wait a minute. Slow down a minute.
Yeah. Kevin's from South Carolina. He's probably used to going last.
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
Bah, 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 bah.
I'm from South
Hey,
Carolina as
in-
well.
in-
so
Wish I had the
I-
in
we'll-
marriage,
we'll
that's a
team
good
up on
thing.
you now. We'll team up on you.
In
Who,
marriage is a good thing.
Who won those games? Who won those games?
Oh God. All right, let's do some trivia,
All right.
boys. Let's
Y'all ready to do it? We'll go with the first
Yep.
question. Here we go. As soon as the question is read, you can buzz in. Here we go. Who is the all-time Panthers points
Cody.
leader? Cody.
Do we have to wait until the question's all the way read?
No,
I mean,
you got it. You
I
won.
think you did. I think you said it right after I finished. So
Steve Smith?
I'll go.
Oh,
Cody.
God.
no.
Blake,
Uh,
Blake,
Damn it.
CK had it. I think
God,
John
God
Casey.
Damn it. Yes.
John Casey is correct. John Casey
Ah.
had
We
1,482
should have been
points for the
faster.
Carolina Panthers.
Can I have a handicap?
You already have one. I mean, technically, you already have one. You know, if we're being
Oh,
honest. But
you're his teammate. You're his teammate. Come on.
wow.
I know.
All right, here we go.
All
We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
Number 2. Who is the Panthers' all-time leader in passing yards?
Tony.
Kevin.
Blake.
Tony.
Tony.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton is correct. Cam Newton is the all-time leader in passing yards with 29,041 passing yards from 2011 to 2019.
Tony, you should have been quicker on that. Come on, man.
I was
if,
just was trying to figure out if it was a trick.
If our partner says their name,
Some of these are going to be kind of deceiving. So
No, that's a great question. Since we're partners, if whoever says their name first, does it have to be the person that says it, or can we both
you can
whoever knows
converse.
the
It's like Family Feud. You can converse
we
if
can
you
talk
want
to each
to,
other?
but you
Okay,
only
perfect.
get one shot. If your partner answers it
Whoa.
wrong, you can't answer after that.
Okay.
Cody,
Okay.
That's fine. I'm
Cody,
cool with
I
that.
feel like you
Unless
need
someone
to-
else answers it wrong, then you can buzz back in,
Is that-
right?
So me buzz and you do the answer.
Yeah, because I think I'm on a lag a little bit.
I got you, bro.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Number 3. Who is the Panthers' all-time leaders in games
Cody.
played? Cody.
That would be JJ Jansen.
That is correct. There are actually 2 answers for this.
Codizzle.
There is JJ Jansen and Codizzle. If you can give me the other answer, I'll give you the points.
John Casey.
John
I was
Casey.
going to say that.
John Casey and JJ Jansen are actually tied for 221 games. JJ Jansen tied him last week with the most games played in the Panthers uniform. So
So both
221
CK
games.
and Cody get points there.
Yeah, I'll give them both that. That works. I mean, in the end, it's all.
Let's
fun.
go.
No, I like
Be
this.
alright.
No, this makes it more fun.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So next question: Who is the Panthers' all-time leader in defensive interceptions? Blake.
All right, Tony.
I think it is the all-time interceptions.
Yes.
Interceptions.
Who has the most?
I
for the team?
feel like
I think it's our best corner ever.
I think it's our best corner ever, but I also feel like it's a sneaky beaky pick. Is it Chris Gamble?
That's who I think it. Hold on,
It
with
is
this,
Chris Gamble.
that is
Yes.
our
Wow.
Yes.
gosh,
2004,
look at
2012 had
Fox.
27 interceptions.
I wouldn't know who to guess on that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had that. All right, cool.
Yeah, that was
So-
tough.
So here we go. Last one of this round. Who is the Panthers' all-time defensive leader in solo
Cody.
tackles?
Blake.
Cody.
No, it's
Cody
definitely
got it.
Cody.
Okay, so my
Oh, he's
first.
just buzzing in. He don't even.
No.
I mean,
it's-
that's kind of the game. Yeah. I should have made a penalty for wrong answers.
Mhm.
And that would have changed that.
It-
It should be minus 100 for a wrong answer.
Yeah.
to me,
First
it's
year, you
between.
got this.
To me, it's between 2 people. Kev, do you have an answer that you feel good about? Because to me, it's between 2 people.
I don't have an answer. I feel like it's a linebacker though.
Okay, we are
I know
going
the
to say.
answer.
Damn.
let him twist in the wind.
Yep.
We need to be on Discord right now talking.
There
I'm
should
gonna
be a
say-
timer. If you don't answer
Team
after a certain
talking.
time, you buzzed out.
I'm gonna say Dan Morgan.
Oh,
Dan
no.
Morgan is
Blake.
incorrect.
Blake's got.
Blake.
It's TD. Thomas Davis.
It is Thomas Davis. Yes.
I knew it was
69
Oh.
solo tackles from 2005 to 2018.
He is
That
the
is
longest
an
like
incredible
defensive player.
effing number.
Mhm.
Yes.
I should have known that, man.
All
A
right, so-
dominant first round by Tony and Blake.
yes. I'm reading that as 1,100 for Tony and Blake, 400 for Cody, and 300 for CK.
Wait, 300 for me.
Yeah,
We got
you
the
got
first
the
one, you got
John
You
Casey.
got the 300 question right. Yeah.
And then we got this.
Oh
this-
yeah, and he got the first question.
Yeah,
so he
so they
should
share
get
400.
400.
Oh, you know what? Sorry,
How do you get
it's Cody.
us
It's
to
Cody.
mix up?
It's Cody that has 300. I have two C's
Yep.
on here. This is why
Yeah.
Cody. This is why we call
Wow.
CK instead of Cody.
I got it.
So,
Yeah, right.
and that's why I have people checking my math, honestly, because I'm not good at it. All right, so here we go. Let me go ahead.
All right, this is where I fizzle out, Tony. Here you come.
What is this? What's
All right,
the-
next topic. Next topic is going to
Second best?
be bet all season or best seasons. Like it's going to
okay.
be records for seasons, not
Got
just
it.
necessarily
Okay.
for.
Actually, I might still know some here.
All right, so here we go. Round 2 for 100 points. Who has the most single season passing yards?
Tony.
Cody Dizzle.
Cody.
I think
Tony.
Tony said it.
It is single season passing yards. I know this one. It is Steve Berline.
It is Steve Bertline, 1999,
Wow.
4,436 yards. Yes.
I thought Cam beat his record at some point, but I guess
No.
I did too.
I
what's
actually
funny
have
is
a
was
secret
close.
weapon on this
Yeah.
question. Is I am experimenting with some things for the off season, like some short content, and it's going to be like, did you know who has the most single season pass? Did you think it was Cam? Did you think it was this?
wow.
No,
Yeah.
it's Steve Berline, and
Mhm.
that is the first one I've been worked on.
Wow.
I
Cam's
love
closest
Steve
year was
Bertline,
his
man.
rookie year. That's crazy
What?
for passing yards. His
For
highest
who?
passing yard season was his rookie year. Cam.
Cam? Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't,
Well,
never had a ton of yards.
This is not a question, so I'll go ahead and say this because it was on there. Actually, the most passing yards ever for Carolina Panthers in a game was Cam Newton's first game of his rookie year.
It was like
Yeah,
There
against
was-
Green
there
Bay,
was
right?
more.
Well, I knew that one.
No,
Yeah.
Like I knew that was
not
his biggest
Arizona?
passing game, but that's the
Oh, yeah,
biggest
that's right,
passing game in
Arizona.
Carolina
ever
Panthers
in
history.
franchise history.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I
biggest
thought Jake
game in
Delhomme
history.
had beaten that in the 03 season.
I don't know.
I
We
could
didn't
be
put
wrong.
up in
I
much
very well could
points
be,
that year.
but I from what I saw, that's what I thought it was. So
Nice.
Ah,
all right,
Domination, baby. Let's go.
number 2. Here we go. Who has the most single season receiving?
Go
yards?
Dizzle.
Go Dizzle.
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith is correct. He had 1,563 yards in 2005. 200 for CK. Here we go. Who has the most single season
Blake.
sacks?
Go Dizzle.
Blake.
Greg Hardy.
No, don't say
There are 2 answers to this question, just like Codizzle had earlier.
Single
so I'm going to give you the
season.
one. Greg
Single
Hardy
season.
is 1 with
Yes.
15. Who's the second?
Oh, can we answer both?
It's can I answer both? Oh.
It's an old guy. I promise you, it is the
Oh.
dude who I'm pretty sure it's the
I
guy,
know it.
Kevin Green.
Wait, he
I
said
know
we can, wait, did he say we can answer both?
Pickle, check the chat.
What did you say?
See, I didn't think this far into the into the show.
Wait. So
Rules.
when
There is
It's,
one more
I know
answer.
who it is, but if we can answer it, I'll answer it. But if
I'm going
not,
to say
I'll
for the
let
sake
somebody
of
else.
for the sake of fairness, let's let other people.
Somebody else have a
to
try?
go
All
first.
right,
Yeah.
cool.
So, who has
Cody?
the most single season sacks? Cody. Actually, Codizzle, did you rung in on that before?
Yeah, Codizzle rang in on
Yeah.
that.
Let me give him that because he was the first one to ring in earlier.
Yeah,
Do you know
so
who the second guy is? They're both
I was
with
just gonna
15
say-
sacks.
I was gonna say yeah, Kevin Green is who I was thinking.
Kevin Green is their answer. That's right. Kevin Green in 1998, Greg Hardy in 2013 have 15 sacks. That is the most in a
Mhm.
season. And guess what?
I think
Brian
Burns might break it
that
this year. Yeah.
Brian Burns might break
He
that
might
record
break
this
it this
year.
year.
So, that's pretty crazy. So Codizzle.
Come on,
300,
Kevin, we just start
Steve
winning
Smith.
this shit. Let's go.
You got to buzz in quick.
Wait till we get to the draft, man.
Just
Uh,
start saying things, man. Come on, man.
who has
I
the
don't like
most
this
single
losing
season rushing
thing.
yards?
Go Dizzle.
Codizzle.
It's gonna be oh God, what is his name? Williams. D'Angelo Williams.
D'Angelo Williams, 1,515 yard, 2008, and he had 18 touchdowns that year. That was a
Yep. He had a
18
big
touchdowns for a
yard.
running back is a phenomenal effing year.
Yeah,
like I
the
think the
year.
record's like 21 or
18.
22, isn't it?
Holy cow.
Yeah.
His Panthers Running back.
So
Yeah.
Drew and Pickle are changing places. So it's okay. You're with Drew now.
Okay, so CK got that one. All right. Let's see.
All right,
And
come on.
next
Cam.
question. Sorry. Who has the most single season defensive interceptions?
Blake.
What?
Doug Evans.
Wow. Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's
word.
Doug Evans. Doug
I don't
Evans had,
never even heard of him.
That's what I'm saying. I
was,
thought that was a tough question.
What was
I
that?
was
The
like, nobody's
first
going to
year
get
of the
this.
Panthers?
Doug
Yeah, it was the
Evans,
first year of the Panthers.
2001. 2001, he had 8
it's-
interceptions. Wow.
Damn.
Great. Man, really,
8?
really nice one. Yes.
Mhm.
How? You know who
8
I
in a
thought
year.
it was? I thought it was Ricky Manning Jr.
Mhm.
He had it in one game.
Yeah. Yeah, he had like 4
8 in
wins.
one game.
So, okay, so let's see. I've got 900 points for Team Tony here. That gives them 2,000 total. I've got 300 points for Cody, and I've got in this round 900 points for Codizzle. So that gives them 1,300. So it's 1,300 to 1,100 to 300.
Cardiac
So, every-
cats. Come on, Cody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
We got
that's
this.
right.
We
It
got
only
this. We
matters
got
how you
this.
finish, right? There you go.
Right.
Exactly.
So here we go.
But if you're
round
not
3.
first, you're last.
This is your round right here. This is actually Second Sons and Bastards.
There we
So
go.
this is people who have come in second place all time or in a season, or just people who are bastards that have played for Carolina. So first question: who has the second most
Cody.
rushing touchdowns in Panthers history? Cody.
I say, And-
Jonathan Stewart.
yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what it's Jonathan Stewart.
Jonathan Stewart does. He has 51
Yeah.
behind Cam Newton, who is the
Exactly.
leading rusher with 58 touchdowns. So, all right. Number 2.
We're coming back, baby.
Who has the second most wins as a
Cody.
head
Go
coach?
Dizzle.
Like
Drew. I think that was Codizzle, but I
I
wasn't
think
positive.
that was Cody.
I think I said it first.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
pretty,
pretty
sure
sure
Cody's
it's
got
Cody.
first as well.
Yeah, I'm not positive. That's why I have a judge. I'm leaving it to you, Drew. Who said it first?
Oh no, it's Pickle who has to be the
Pickle.
judge.
Oh,
now.
Pickle. Pickle. Who was it?
Yeah, it was Cody.
That's right. I forgot the trade. It was Cody. Okay, Cody.
I believe this is Ron Rivera.
You are incorrect.
Yes, John Fox.
Blake.
There you go. Codizzle said it.
Yeah.
John Fox.
Yep.
John Fox is right behind Ron Rivera. 73 and 71 was John Fox, and 76 and 63 was Ron Rivera.
So,
So John Fox has the second most. So, all right. Next question: who has the second most wins? Wait, did I just say that?
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Wait, did I mess this up?
Uh
Let's see. 400. We'll go to this one. This is a bastard. Who is this bastard? 75 games, 238 tackles, 16 passes deflected, and 1 interception.
Oh,
Cody.
damn.
75 games,
Cody.
38, 16.
Codizzle. I'll go after this.
I believe this is. Oh, Kev, what's the dude that got cut the year after he went to the Super Bowl? He was-
Coney Early.
No.
No.
Oh,
No, the defensive back, the one that got torched by Julio.
no way. Come on, now you're wasting time with that.
Yeah, so
terrible
I
answer.
gotta have some kind
Yep.
of time limit on here.
Next.
I think Codizzle.
Come
has
on,
it
throw a
next,
name
Go
out there, guys.
Brad
Coney,
Barry.
but just
It's not
because
Coney either.
Kevin said
No.
Coney.
Brad Barry.
Yeah.
Nope, not Brad Barry either.
Coach Diz will tell us who it
One
is.
interception.
I was just gonna say Julius Peppers.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah,
Now,
but
keep in mind, I'm saying bastard, so that's
That's
with,
what I was thinking. Ben Wicker.
that's
Yeah.
with condemnation. That's not with just the literal term. So
Mm.
Fair enough.
bastard.
75 games, 238 tackles, 16 passes deflected, and an interception.
All right. Who's up?
Who's
What
thinking?
team is it on? Because
I think everybody's answer but your team.
It's
Okay.
everybody but us, so we can take our time with this.
all right.
You want to put a
Um,
timer on the board for us? How long do we have to?
We'll give us
Figure this
1
out.
minute. Let's do 1 minute. We got 1 minute.
Take
1 minute.
All right.
What in the world?
Hey, we didn't
talking
we
20
didn't prematurely buzz in like y'all did.
Tony, I'm
Shouldn't
thinking
have
it's a
a minute.
linebacker.
I really think I know who the answer to
Only
this
one
question is.
one
Tony, I'm thinking it's a
interception.
linebacker.
Give him a
With
minute
that,
to Google
with that
it.
amount of tackles.
No, we're not.
Hey.
We're not Googling.
One. No, that's funny though.
I think it's a
238
linebacker.
tackles. What about Will Witherspoon?
It is not Will Witherspoon.
No.
Okay, so after this
No.
question, y'all get the
Yeah.
next one. As far as I might just get one.
I was
Y'all
actually
get the
the
next
next
telling
one.
that to my partner if he thought
this
it was
is-
right, but
Greg
Yeah,
Hardy.
no.
Greg Hardy, really?
Greg Hardy is a
Nice.
bastard,
He is a
and
bad.
he that is his stats for the Carolina Panthers. Is
That's
238
not what I
tackles,
was
16
looking for.
passes,
Okay.
and 1
But
interception.
somehow had 15 sacks in one season.
He
no,
was
yeah,
great.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, he
But-
was he was
But
good.
because you play well doesn't mean you're a good person. That's
Ah,
why I
that's
said I take
true.
the term bastard literally, like
Oh,
more
okay,
figuratively than
okay.
literally in this one.
All right.
So,
Cool.
all right. So next one. Who is this bastard? 22 games, 62 receptions, and 4 touchdowns.
Drew.
Drew.
Ray Caruth.
Ray Caruth is correct. Yeah.
Really?
I don't
Damn.
remember Ray Caruth. Wow.
Yeah, I
did
had
you-
to
oh,
look
he
up-
did that
Bastards
off
or
of
the
the
bastards?
category.
He's the
Is it
name we don't
bastard?
speak. That's right. That was just
I
off the
bet.
category. He's the name we don't speak in
Wow.
Carolina. But it was a good trivia question. I didn't know somebody would get
Yeah,
it.
and
The
he's
Greg
like
Hardy one
the
actually-
bastard.
Yeah, I thought somebody would have got the Greg Hardy one, but like I said, the bastard term is like more figurative than literal. So,
Yeah.
so there we go. Okay, so Cody, I got 600 points for y'all, which brings y'all to 900. Tony, I got no points for y'all on that one. Y'all are still at 2,000.
Wah, wah.
Dizzle, I got 200 for y'all, bringing y'all to 1,500 points.
How much was that last one? That was Drew. He's on my team now.
Yeah.
Oh, is Drew on your team?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
him and
well,
Pickle.
sorry.
Yeah,
Him and
they got
Pickle
that
made
Pickle
last
split.
category.
Well, sorry. Then that 500. Then Cody, you only got 100 points that round. That brings you to 400.
Damn it.
And CK, that brings you 715 is 22. You are now in the lead
All right, Tony,
Going
you
into-
pick it back up.
going into round 4.
Yo, Kev, let's step it up, bro. We gotta win this.
You're the
So
one
I've got
getting
it.
it
I've
wrong.
got it. 2,000 for Tony, 2,200 for
Come
Cody
on.
or Codizzle, and
I
400.
put us on the board.
All right, we
You're
fell
supposed
behind.
to be
All right.
the guy.
All right, we fell behind by 200 points. It's all right. We can
My
bring
back
this
is
back.
broken.
I got to look at the answers here. I got the answer key.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next category is first and last. First times and last times things have happened in Carolina Panthers history.
Okay.
So, who was our first playoff win against?
Tony,
Tony.
I'm gonna convert. This is me conversing with my teammate, not answering it just yet. Blake,
Okay.
was the one where we went to the
Kevin,
Wisconsin and cold weather in the second year, or did we beat Atlanta and then go there?
I think it's second year.
Do you
I
think it's
second
GB?
year. I think it's GB. Yeah.
All right, well, our answer is Green Bay.
No.
That's incorrect.
Drew.
I mean,
Cody, what? Cody.
I think Drew.
who's next?
No, I thought Kevin said his name before.
Oh, he may have.
conversion.
That's why I need a judge.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you.
I
Yeah,
think Drew
go
did.
second, man.
Okay, you think Drew did?
I think
I
Drew
don't
did.
know.
Oh,
Pickle's
Yeah.
the judge right
you
now.
bastard pickle.
So.
Dallas.
You like it, buddy.
What'd you say, Drew?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Yeah.
Dallas is correct. We beat Dallas.
Damn it.
Oh,
We
That was
lost to
the
Green
point
Bay that
made.
year. We lost
that's
to
what
Green
I
Bay
was
that
going
year.
to say too, man.
Oh, we lost to
We
Green
lost
Bay
to Green Bay that
Oh,
year.
damn.
Who got that
All
one?
right.
Drew.
Drew
Drew
did.
got
Oh my God, Drew! I'm just gonna stop talking. You go ahead and take it from here.
They brought in
All
the
right, number
ringer.
2. Who was our first win?
Drew.
against?
Drew.
Drew.
The
I know,
Jets.
That is correct. It was against the Jets 26-15 on October 15th,
Wow.
1995 after an 0-5 start.
Of course, the old
Yo,
man.
it's the trade and have Pickle as his partner.
All right, Drew.
All right, here we go. Number 3. Who was our first?
Drew.
Drew.
Bill Polian.
Ooh, I don't know if that's right.
That is incorrect.
Oh, dang. That was-
Dang.
I thought it
Oh,
was
because
Cody.
Cody.
Don't say it, Cody. I know what you're gonna say.
No, what? Dude, I'm trying to converse
Oh,
a
no,
little bit.
All right, go ahead.
Dude, it's on the tip of my fucking tongue, dude.
Well, you got to say it, brother.
Wait, so Drew, you said Polian?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait until our turn.
Yeah,
because,
no, I know,
I'm
I know, I
ready.
know, I know.
I think I have a name, but I don't know if
I'm
it's
pretty
right.
sure I have a name too.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick
Oh,
tock.
they're messaging each other. They're googling each other.
You're the judge.
No,
here,
I'm
Pickle.
not.
I don't like
You
when
call it.
Cody Googles me.
Kevin, stand there, dude. Hurry up.
Don't pass it on to me. You
No, best not to do. Dang, damn it.
Cody
Oh,
rang in.
they don't
Let me
got a
kill
name.
Kevin for
They
that.
don't
Tony
got one.
Montana. Shit.
You don't got
Okay.
Hannah Montana is not
Alright,
correct.
pass me the ball with 1 second on the clock.
Cody,
That's true.
it goes
You
to
did
us,
pass over
right,
the ball
Cody?
there.
Get the shot clock.
It's
Yeah,
who?
technically it goes to
Yeah,
y'all.
it goes to Tony.
Yep.
Blake got pulled out somehow.
Blake is
Oh
out.
no. Oh no.
He got
Wait,
pulled
let
out of
me
the
see.
stream somehow.
Sorry about that. My
Is,
web
um,
browser crashed. I'm not
Oh,
sure
okay.
exactly what happened there.
Okay, so I think it goes to us, and
Mhm.
I think the name. Was it a coach with
No.
the S?
I'm pretty sure this person was our president our first year as well.
And he was an interim general manager.
Yeah, it would be Mike McCormick.
Mike
Yeah.
McCormick is
Oh,
correct.
nice.
Interim
And
general
you answered that
manager.
perfectly.
Mhm.
because
I knew
yes,
that
he was
one.
the
I knew
president.
that one.
Came
I
Yeah,
thought
he
Cody
was
was going to say
president.
Marty Herney.
Yep.
Mike
Yeah,
McCormick,
Granddaddy,
Mike-
he was the
yeah,
president
Mike
and
McCormick
interim
died not
general
long
manager.
ago,
He
We
was
didn't-
and
the
I went
full-time
to find
general
out.
manager.
We
But
didn't
he
have
was
an
the
actual
first
GM
general
until
manager. Like, he was still the guy.
we
So-
didn't
Yeah,
have
I
an
thought it was Bill
actual
Polian, too.
GM.
I did because he was the first actual general manager.
Yeah,
True.
Bill
It was
Polian
kind of a
was
trick
our
question.
first non-interim. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
a little tricky question
A
there.
little tricky. Yeah, sorry. I like wordplay. But you know. All
That's
right, number 4. Here we go. Who was our last 10-plus sack player?
Cody.
Pickle, was
Cody.
that Drew?
It was
Drew.
definitely Drew.
I think it was Drew. Yeah.
Oh, come on,
He
Pickle.
had Son Reddick.
Huh?
You got
Son
you-
Reddick was our last 10-plus sack player.
Mm.
I don't think he had 10 sacks.
You were
Yeah, he had
incorrect with that.
11.
You were
Cody.
incorrect with that.
Okay.
Blake.
Cody.
That'd-
Cody.
Yeah, he did.
It'd be Cody.
He had 11.
He did have 11, but he was not the last player to get 10-plus sacks. Cody.
Oh,
That was
shit.
Brian Burns.
Brian Burns is correct. Last week, he got his
Oh.
he is the last player to get 10 sacks.
We out
So,
here, boy.
you were not incorrect because I once again I'm trying to make these kind of tricky. You were not incorrect there. So-
That's
Okay.
funny.
So,
See,
I was like, is he really gonna pull the
Dude.
Brian Burns card?
Dude,
Hey, hey,
now
hey,
I am so lucky that Pickle said Drew first because if I would have went first, I'd have gotten it wrong.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah,
Sometimes it
Cody,
pays to be late.
Cody,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to get help from your partner, buddy. Yeah,
Get off
These
my
South
back.
Carolina boys gonna speak up.
That's okay. Yeah,
Well, Cody's speaking up for both of us.
There you go.
Now you gotta help
Even
me,
if we're-
bro.
No, I'm
All
lagging. That's why I said you always do it first.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
Yeah, but
number
then you have to
5.
know some answers. I tried and you didn't answer.
Same old story.
Pass me the
Clemson
ball
always
with 1
runs his
second on the
mouth.
clock.
That's South
Freaking
Carolina can't get it done.
fan.
Should we add in the question needs to be finished to being read kind of deal, or are we-
Sure. I say we should do
I
That-
mean,
that-
yeah,
that way-
that's how originally it was.
in,
but
in
Okay,
effort
let's
of
do that.
fairness? In
It just
effort of
kinda do
fairness.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. So, like I said, I'm not the rule maker. I just put the stuff together. So
So it's after
this is first year.
It's,
We're gonna perfect this. Don't worry.
it's
but
after
we're gonna get
Greg is
It's going
Af-
great right now.
That's
It's
right.
going
After
great. I
Greg
think
is
this is going
finished-
great.
after Greg is finished
I'm gonna
reading
cry in a
the
corner.
question,
That's right.
then that's when
All right.
we're able to go.
All right.
That
Well, here we
sounds
go.
good.
So we have one more question this round. Who was our last kicker we drafted?
Cody.
Tony.
Room.
Cody.
Pickle. Who got that?
Cody.
It's impossible to know. That's the only reason that
Yeah,
you.
That's why,
everybody said
that's
it.
why I need a judge. It's so
Drew.
hard. Yeah.
Drew.
I had
He
to say
said
Cody,
me.
but
He
I-
said me.
it's,
Me.
I-
Yeah, Harrison Bucker.
Harrison Bucker is correct. In 2017, he was
Yeah.
drafted
Hey, by the
round
way,
7 by the
The
Carolina
waiting
Panthers.
waiting until after the question is a guarantee that you're going to have every person saying at the exact same time.
yeah,
It is
it's-
impossible to do that.
It's
That's why I
impossible.
kind of let that
Glad I
rule go.
got it in there.
Okay,
No.
then we'll go back now. We'll go back.
That's
Okay.
fine.
I'm just letting you know. Like when we
We'll
we
start
literally
all
all
over.
said it exactly. It
If-
was the
if-
time.
if we all
of
had a
everybody
button-
there.
If you had a button that you had the buzzer like they do on TV to be different.
I'm working
That's
on
true.
that.
That's
That's
true.
going to be next year. The upgrade. We got to have.
By
We
the
gotta
way,
start
let
from
me
the bottom
let me
to be able to upgrade. You know.
let me give an update real quick with
Oh yes.
with the $250 from
What?
Michael Davis, who says
Another
keep
one?
pounding.
Wow.
Mike Davis, you are certified the man, bro. Thanks so much. For those of you watching, we're raising
Dang,
money
dude.
for charity. Please hit that link in the description and donate whatever you can to the Nikki
We're up
and
to
Bradley Bozeman Foundation.
We're up to $1,408 in
Oh my
helping
gosh, that's awesome.
contribute to food insecurity with the focus on developing community and reducing bullying. So they got a multi-platform thing that they're doing. It's a great time to give back to your communities. And what's been
Absolutely.
great is that this free agent who has come in on a 1-year deal, who didn't even start the season, has been charismatic enough to draw our attention as a podcast, as a fan base. We've all been rooting for Bradley Bozeman as a player, and they didn't waste any time in just trying to be a part of the Charlotte community, despite really having a kind of a short-term potential place in Charlotte. We don't know what his future is going to be, but they didn't let any of that deter them for continuing to use their platform to do good. These are also the same two that lived an entire season in an RV together for
Damn.
I think they were
Relationship
in Baltimore
goals.
when they did that, right?
Yeah, relationship building.
Yeah,
These
for
two
sure.
people, if you go online and look up Bradley and Nikki Bozeman and stuff they've done, they are amazing people. They are the exact kind of people that if I had money that I would want to be. Like it
Salt
looks
of
like
the
all they're
earth.
doing whenever Bradley Bozeman's not working is giving away to people who need more. And like it's heartwarming, it's amazing, and it's the kind of thing we need to build this Panthers culture, this community, and to make the world a better place. And these guys are amazing. Guys and gals, excuse me, are amazing. And I'm so happy that we teamed up with them because they're doing really big things.
I also
this
want to say
community,
this I also want to say thank you to, I mean, obviously our patron saint, Michael Davis. But the thing is this, folks, is that $5, $1, $10, those things help too.
Right.
So don't be, look, I know that the holidays are coming. We're all stretched thin in a recession, but that's what we're trying to think about if the more people give a little, it actually can grow the great good. Is like instead of kind of depending on the heavy hitters all the time. I mean, and we're thankful when people do have the resources to do that. But again, like giving $1 is $1. It's $1. That's it.
Mhm.
I mean, like every dollar counts. So don't be shy to just do $5 and feel good about yourself.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so let's go into the last round here. I've got the last round coming in. We've got Team Tony at 2,300, Team CK at 2,500, and Team Cody at 1,300.
Oh,
So
snap.
we're going into the last round. Cody, based on the points on the board, if you run the table, you could win this. However,
We are the Panthers.
Yeah, right.
Panthers. That's right. You are representing the Panthers right now.
Is there a 78% chance they could win if they get 4 out of 5 questions right?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, if they missed the first one and they get everything right. Yeah. I guess
If somebody ties, can they help us?
Yeah.
if somebody ties, I've got to bring up a bonus question.
There you
I
go.
can definitely do that real quickly.
Okay.
So, all right, here we go. Last round. What GM drafted Julius Peppers?
Cody. Oh, sorry. I should say Codizzle.
I think
Cody.
Codizzle
That
was
was
first.
CK.
pick.
Codizzle.
Yeah, you would. That would be Marty Herney.
Wait,
No.
I said Cody first.
I think CK said it, but you were wrong.
Yeah,
anyway.
CK said it.
I was gonna say Marty Herney as well.
But
But he was wrong.
Wait,
so-
Blake.
Hold
I
up. So the
definitely
one-
That
said
goes
my
to
name
us now.
first.
That goes to
What
us
is
now.
No, it goes
shenanigans,
to
bro?
CK.
We're wrong anyway, Cody.
It was
Done
CK.
it.
You were wrong anyway. Both of y'all were wrong.
Oh shit.
Really?
Yeah, both of them said it.
Oh,
I think he was brought in next
Blake,
year.
I think it's
Oh, you're
I think it's Polian.
Julius Peppers was drafted 2002.
It's the mentor to Marty Herney. It's the mentor to Marty Herney. Whoever mentored him.
I think I know.
I think it's Polian. I'm not 100. What do you think?
I think you're right. I mean, I know that Marty Herney was our GM 2003.
Yeah.
But if it's not Marty Herney, then
He was
it
like
has to be
assistant
Polian.
GM or something. That
Yeah.
So y'all got me thinking that I may have this question wrong, but y'all are both wrong.
Oh,
It's Joe Schoen.
Schoen was never a GM for us.
Maybe I looked up the information wrong then. That's what I was saying. Y'all are making me
Well,
think
it's
that I
a
got the
100-point
wrong,
question, so we'll see who comes closest.
I mean,
Is
it's
it Marty
definitely Marty
Herney?
Herney.
Let me just Google it real quick because, like I
the
said,
chat
I was
will
looking
get
up
this.
last night.
The chat
So,
will,
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely Marty Herney. Marty Herney was our GM somewhere around 2002, 2003.
He had a year where he
GM
was
Marty
in the
Herney
front office,
passed
but
on Oregon's Joey Harrington, and the Texans selected David Carr. So Marty Herney, first year Marty Herney selected Julius Peppers.
Okay. Well, maybe I was
And
correct.
that
Then.
goes
I'll
to
give you all those
CK
points
then.
then because I had that wrong. This
That's
is why I
per the
have
Charlotte
judges.
Observer.
See, Pickle.
yeah,
This is
don't
why
worry. This happens all the time. This is
That's
perfect.
okay.
this moment. I'm not Jeopardy.
I'm
It's
about
okay.
to scream my name. You better
So,
recover your.
I'm gonna
give that.
sue. I want my points.
All right, 100 points.
Right?
Here we go. What was JJ Jansen's rookie
Blake.
year?
Cody.
Blake.
Blake.
All right.
Like-
So JJ Jansen just did 221 games. It's like
Drew, he
14
doesn't get
years in. Oh, it's
Drew.
Cody.
come on, Tony, help me out. Tony, help me out.
I mean, he's not 20 years. He's probably
No, he 221 games and 15
All right,
so if
15 years
it-
in the league.
I'd
It's
say
2009.
2009 is incorrect.
What?
Cody.
Cody.
Oh, I said Drew.
Wait. Did somebody else ring it?
Yeah,
No, it doesn't matter.
Drew's-
Cody.
2008.
2008 is correct. Yes, he was actually
Yeah.
drafted. He was actually
You're in the
drafted
league,
by
guys.
the Packers.
Still, don't worry, Drew. You guys are still in the league.
I looked up the other day. I wanted to see if J.J. Jansen and John Casey were actually teammates, and that's how come I knew that.
Yeah.
Because I actually looked it up.
Yeah,
Just
he
to
was
see. I
drafted
wanted
by
to
the
see if they were
Packers.
actually teammates for one time,
Right,
and they were.
and traded in 2001. Yep, for a
So
conditional
what's
pick.
the points
He
at now?
technically wasn't drafted by the Packers because he was an undrafted free
Undrafted,
agent.
yes, picked up by the Packers. Yeah, you're
Okay.
absolutely right.
All right.
I'm
Just,
sorry.
let me just make sure we're clarifying.
You're right. So Cody got those
Yeah.
points. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the rookie. The question doesn't say drafted. It said what was.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about him getting picked up by the Packers the year before we had him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was kind of the.
I
tricky
actually
part.
remember us trading for him, and I'm like, why the hell did we trade for a freaking long sniper?
Mhm.
But anyway.
Yeah, no. I watched the video where he was talking to Kristen Balboni, and he was talking about getting picked up by the Packers and how they like flew him out and all that fun stuff. But he bought a plane ticket before they got him a plane.
You all right? Next one.
Let's do it.
All right, what's your points?
In 27 years, how
Oh,
many
good
starting
God.
quarterbacks has Carolina had?
Oh my gosh.
wow, that's
This is going to be a guessing game.
This is
like
going to be a guess, but it
nobody's.
could be an educated guess. But yeah, it's going to be a guess.
Cody.
I'll give y'all time.
Cody.
Drew next if he doesn't get it.
I'll say we have had 11.
More.
God, no.
Way
Oh
more.
man,
No.
that was incredibly under. Like that was so
Yeah,
under.
Drew-
than-
What?
That sounds
Drew's
right.
next.
Look, a franchise of 27 years should only have 11 quarterbacks. You're right. That sounds right.
Right, but we haven't. We've had a lot more than that.
What
But
if,
uh,
this
Drew-
would be
Drew's
a
next.
great. You know what is this would be the great one to do the stump the Schwab with.
Should have
Yeah.
said Brown.
You're right.
Is maybe we
Come
can
on,
do
Kevin,
that
step
after
up.
this.
Well, I would
Maybe
have said
can we
11.
do that as a bonus round after
said
this, where we
anything.
go around and
What you
name
called it?
a starting quarterback for the Panthers, and we figure out if they started or not, and if we get 3 strikes, like, can we go around robin?
We can.
That's
You
my
can just
idea.
kinda skip this
But
one.
Drew said he's gonna guess.
Yeah,
Are we
Drew-
getting
Drew-
closest
Drew's
to
Let
the
the
pan,
Drew
or you
guess.
gotta-
If he doesn't get it, nobody gets penalized. But we'll save this one for later. I won't give the answer right now.
Holy moly. How many starting quarterbacks?
I have a guess as well.
Yeah, everybody gets a guess.
CK, you gotta.
It's in the 20s. I know that much.
It's more than that actually, because you want how many starts by game? I mean, just complete starts.
Just complete starts. Yeah.
Yep.
So, somebody in the chat
One,
has a guess
two,
too.
three, four.
This year we've already got 3. Right?
Keep in mind, Cam
Five,
Newton
six,
and Jake Delhomme were both
7,
quarterbacks
8,
for
9,
multiple years
10,
themselves.
Right.
So it's a tricky
Mike
question.
Clausen.
10, 11,
Taylor Heineke,
12,
Kyle Allen.
12,
Oh, don't name them off because we're gonna do that later.
14, 15, 16, 17.
Are you googling it?
Drew's reading it off website.
18,
I
19,
feel like he is.
He is.
Yo,
He's reading
time's
it.
up. Time's
Winning.
up.
He's reading
Time's
it
up.
off
Yeah.
Come on, Drew.
20.
Like,
How long do we have to do?
22 is actually the correct answer. We've had 22
Yeah.
quarterbacks in 27 years.
Were we
Did
reading
you
that off
really
of
just
a
look it up?
list?
But-
That's not
Dude,
very
it sounded
right.
like
I do
you
have
were
to
reading that
ask.
off the list.
I-
he's not
I
even
trust you.
denying it.
I trust you.
Look, he's not even denying it.
Dude, did you read that? Dude, did you read that off the list?
No, I was counting, but I had a list of names. I didn't actually.
In your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I trust you.
Remember
I'm
that.
trying to
Remember
count
that
down,
number,
but
Greg.
I
Remember
was
that
asking-
number because I
was
want to
asking
do
about
the stump to
starts. Was he
Schwab. I
talking
think
about
this would be real
actual
fun.
individual
one.
games, or was he talking about the season?
Just
Right,
as
that's
individual
what I
games,
was- that's
starting
what I was
quarterbacks.
And
trying
that's
to
why I
figure
was
out,
asking. I
too.
know you did the trick question, so I was like, okay, well, we have multiple starting quarterbacks in a
Yeah, you
season.
Right.
start. Yeah,
Because
that's
I
what
think,
it is.
like
It's-
the early
it's total
2000s, we
start
had a
quarter-
season where like 4 different quarterbacks
Exactly.
started because we had
Remember
like
Right.
we
the
had
season with Chris Williams,
Derek
was
Carr,
tricky.
Matt Moore. Yeah.
That's called last year.
It was tricky because
All right,
basically
save those
Cam
names.
Newton and
We're
Jake
doing this-
Delhomme make up
They had
the bulk
multiple
of that
starts.
27 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're
You know,
doing stump
so-
the Schwab on that next.
Okay.
All right.
After
let's do
this, I want
All
to
right.
interject. All right.
Number 4. Here we go.
Okay.
What tight end played from 96 to 2002 with 324 receptions,
Drew.
3,902 yards, and 44 touchdowns?
Kevin.
Tony,
Drew.
it was Drew's first.
Wesley Walls.
Wesley Walls is correct.
Never mind.
Wow. All right. Well,
That was
they
my
win.
pick.
All right. And the final question of trivia. Here we go.
Is Trevor Lawrence a bust?
To date, what is the longest running and best
Drew.
Panthers podcast ever?
Cody.
True.
I think
Give
the
it a-
Godfather should get to answer that one.
Yeah.
It's the
That's
C3
Pickles'
Panthers
call.
podcast, baby.
C3 Panthers podcast. Yes, that is correct. So let's see. That gives me 5, 8, 9.
But
20,
best Panthers
32,
podcast ever. That's what gave it away, you know.
32.
Oh,
Oh,
Right.
I thought
Okay,
it was
so-
longest
okay,
running.
he-
I've only said that.
Congratulations
9
to
million
CK and
times.
Drew.
no. Here's the deal: is the way I have it added up. It's 3,200 CK and Drew, 3,200 Tony and Blake. So
Oh.
I'm gonna have to come up with a bonus question as we go to the next topic.
How
Let's
about
do
Wait,
the
Wait,
stump
how
the
many points
Schwab
did we
as
get
the
that round?
bonus.
Well,
neither
because
of them won it, and you
we
give
just
it
did
to
that,
us?
and Drew obviously.
Hey, Greg, how many
You
points
know
did we
the whole
get
thing.
that round?
Y'all got 700 that round. You had 25 from my count,
Okay.
and then
And what-
they got 900 that round. They had 2,300.
But Tony
Oh.
got the last one. I called
Yeah,
it.
because Tony got the last one. Yeah,
Yeah.
How many
And
did
then-
I have?
you had
None.
1,500.
15.
Let's
No,
do
it's all right.
stump the Schwab
Alright.
as the
It's okay,
bonus.
man. It's a Trevor Lawrence
Hey, I'm
performance.
not the
Just
one
call
that
it. Just
says
call it
he's
grand
yet
and put it in the
be
Hall of
called.
Fame. You're good.
Sure,
Dude,
man.
I
That
am,
was
dude,
awful.
my part is such a South Carolina fan, dude. It's
You're
embarrassing.
11. I
Do
got
you
all
think
my
he
right.
sabotaged you?
Hey,
Did he
Cody,
little
Cody,
finger
Trevor
you?
Lawrence,
Seriously?
Trevor
Did he
Lawrence
just little
don't blame
finger
his
you?
offensive line when they fail to block.
All the answers I
That's
answered
what
were
you
right,
gotta do,
Cody.
man.
No,
Greg.
dude. This
I
is
think we should
sorry.
do stump the Schwab as the bonus round.
As the bonus? Okay. Whoever
Right?
gets
And
the
so
most.
the way this works is Greg is going to have to pull up the list of quarterbacks who have started for the Carolina Panthers. Hopefully, you can find that, like all-time
I'm
list.
sure you
And
can find that.
the way we would do this is we would go around the horn from team to team, right? And you have to name one person who has started.
Oh, okay.
And if you get it right, we cross them off the list. Greg crosses them off the list. If you get it wrong, you get a strike. You get 3 strikes. So you name, and we can do 2 strikes if you want to for this. But then we go around and basically like you would say the name everybody knows first, like everybody knows. That's what you would say first. So you would just take that off the board.
Mhm.
And then we go around and we try to name all of them.
And what when you're not able to name one, you're eliminated.
Or are we
No,
just
you
doing
get
the
2 strikes. 2
All right, well,
strikes if you
all right.
like a wrong answer, or we could do
I'm
3
down.
strikes, 2 strikes, or you get a
I
wrong.
think-
So if you say somebody and they didn't start a game, it's a strike, but you get to
Who did-
answer again.
Who determines what the question is?
No, it's
It's
the
not
starting.
It's
It's
the
who
same question. You just got to
the
name. You
name
got to
of
name
quarterback.
starting quarterback. Yeah.
who
And
have
then if
started.
you-
You got to
if
you
you
just got to
can't name
name
one, then you get a
a
strike.
start someone who
Yeah.
started for the Carolina Panthers.
And
Okay.
you got
I'm down. I've got the list right here. I got
yeah.
all
Um,
22.
So
So
quick
add
question.
add 20 seconds for them to say it. Don't stand there
Yeah.
for 30
Right.
minutes and
I
Right.
think
Pickle,
I think
you're the
15, I
judge,
think
Pickle.
10.
I think
You're
the
10,
judge.
honestly.
10.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
10 works for me.
Quick question,
Pickle, can you
Go ahead.
handle
But
that?
what's your question, Blake?
let me get
Since
my-
there's only 2, are we doing all 4 teams, or since there's,
Oh, there's
only
only
2 teams
3
tied?
teams.
only 2 teams.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. So are we only doing the 2 teams that tied?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cody's
let's do
eliminated.
all 3 teams just to make it
You wanna do all
fun,
3 teams?
and then
Yeah, I was
really-
riding solo.
And
You were getting
whoever
wrong, though.
wins out of us 2 though wins.
gets it. So, and if y'all
Okay.
tie after that too, then I'll find a bonus question. So,
Sounds
and
good.
we'll go
Right.
into that. All right. Well, let's start
Hey,
then.
And hint,
Worth
Cody, there's more
1,000
than 11.
points.
Huh?
There's more than 11, Cody. Just a hint.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay,
Is
Tony.
this our
I'm
answer?
gonna start with your team then. I'm gonna start with Team Tony. Name the
All right.
first one, and then after that, as soon as you name the first one, Pickle start the timer on. We'll go Tony, Codizzle, and then Cody.
Cody.
So that way, it's
Cam
that'll work.
Newton.
As soon as the clock stops or they answer it, the clock starts the next one. So Cody,
Cam
Tony,
Newton.
Who goes after Tony?
Cam Newton is the first one.
Jake Delhomme.
All right.
Jimmy Clausen.
Okay.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Sam Darnold.
Kyle Allen.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield.
Taylor.
Baker
Oh,
Mayfield.
is it y'all's turn?
All right,
No,
hold
my
on,
turn.
hold on. I'm getting caught up in the sauce here.
Yeah, I think it was our turn next time because Cody said.
Yeah, it's Tony, CK, Cody, Tony, CK, Cody.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're
All
gonna
right.
take Blake, and like we don't gotta rush that much. It's 20 seconds a lot, but
Right.
Yeah, but
let's take
And
their,
you're
let's
allowed,
take
if
their
it's your
answer
turn,
now.
your partner is allowed to
Mhm.
Yeah,
answer
Blake,
that too.
Right. So it's our turn now, right?
Let's take their answer.
So tell me, Cody, if you need help.
He said Baker Mayfield.
Baker
Let's take
Mayfield.
their
Let's just take
answer.
Baker Mayfield.
And it's back to me, right?
So write a list on your own, Blake, of people they won't know.
Yep.
What
No,
if we
I
run
got
out
it.
of
I'm good,
players?
homie.
Yeah. Codizzle, back to you.
Tell me.
PJ Walker.
PJ Walker. Okay.
Ooh, good one.
That's a good one.
It's on you guys. Who said that? So is it to us?
It's on
It's
Cody.
Cody.
That's on
Cody.
Cody now.
Okay.
Anything, Kevin?
Vinny Testaverde.
Vinny
There
Testaverde.
we
You
go.
took, that was like
Tony?
my ace in
That's
the
a
hole.
good one.
Yeah, right?
I've got a better ace in the hole. Don't worry.
Oh, I know it.
Help me out with the guy,
Will
Blake.
Greer.
Will Greer. Okay.
I got one.
Well, I'm
PK.
just going down the line. I'm keeping my ace in the holes. All right.
Codizzle.
Okay.
Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins.
That was who I was.
That's a good one.
Cody.
You got. I'm going to say Derek Anderson.
Derek
Damn
Anderson.
you.
Okay.
That was my
Good
ace
one.
in the hole for later.
All right,
Oh, man.
Blake, you wanna go?
Let's go here. So we already did Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Heineke.
Well, got
Okay.
him on my list.
Okay. CK, is this us?
Yes, it's us. If you want to go ahead and throw somebody out.
Frank Wright.
Frank Reich. Okay.
That's a good one.
You want to go? Kevin?
David Carr.
Very
David
good.
Carr.
That's
Okay.
a good one.
Is it on us?
Yep.
Blake, what about Moore?
Yeah, Matt Moore.
Matt Moore.
Matt Moore. Okay.
I got
Well,
one.
I've got like
CK,
3
you got it, or
aces
you
in the
want me to
hole,
take
Tony.
it?
Okay.
Did
good.
we say, has somebody already said Berline?
No,
I don't believe
they
we
haven't.
No,
Well done.
There you go.
good one.
To Kev and Cody.
Yep, Kevin Cody.
Kev, you got one?
Rodney Pete.
Rodney Pete.
That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one.
Great one.
I'm carrying your ass right now.
Hey, I'm giving you the opportunity to go first.
All right,
It's
so this
about
one's
time
us.
you pick up your slack.
Is it?
I think this one's us,
Yeah,
right?
I'm only looking at like 4 or 5 left here. So,
Chris Winkie.
Yeah.
Chris Winkie.
That was going to be the
Very
next
good.
one.
One eye winky. Good
You want me
job.
to take it, PK?
Go ahead, dude.
Matt Light.
Matt Light. There
Who
you
the
go.
fuck is that?
Right?
It's I think it's
Hey.
isn't it Matt Little?
Or little what L-Y-T-L-E.
Same thing. Same thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
little like
Yeah.
that.
Nobody
fine.
knows either one of them
I knew who you're
Nope.
saying though. Yeah.
except for
All right.
Drew.
I'm
My
only
turn,
looking at
right?
2 left
Mm-hmm.
that y'all
My
have
Only
turn?
named.
2 left.
Only 2 left that y'all haven't named.
This
I
is
think
tough.
I
My
know.
turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where we
Uh,
get the.
I'm going to
think I-
say Will Greer.
We
He's
already
already
did
been
that.
He's
said.
Already been
done.
said.
Damn it, Cody.
No, they can. All
When,
right.
when did
Well,
we
no,
say
no,
Will
no.
First
Greer?
strike for Cody.
I said
Yeah.
Will Greer.
Yeah.
Oh,
They said
damn
Will
it to
Time's
hell.
up. Next.
Like I said, I'm looking at the list. I only see 2 more. So
Yeah.
Next.
All right, CK, your turn.
No, it's
No, it's
you
yeah,
did
it's
this time.
Oh, it's
Y'all
our
start.
Oh,
turn.
it's our
Yeah.
turn.
Oh, Brian St. Pierre.
Brian St. Pierre's one of them. Yep.
Oh
All
God.
right. Last one, Randy Fasani.
Randy Fasani is the last. That is
Oh,
correct.
well
That
done.
is correct.
I thought it was going
And-
to be Tony Pike.
Randy
If-
Fasani. I thought that was a bottle of water. What the hell, dude?
That's pretty
be
much
fair,
how
he
he played,
was.
Cody.
And
God.
if my
He
math
wasn't
is
a tall
correct,
drink of water, that's for sure.
if my math is correct, which it may not be, I think y'all tied on that too. So I'm gonna have to
Right.
come up with a bonus question.
Oh my gosh.
I will definitely
dude.
do that as we go on through the next topic. I may not have a slide for it. We'll definitely think of a question.
I want to do the stump of Schwab again on draft picks or something. That would be fun.
That's
All
a
right,
good idea. That's a really good idea. So
What,
I actually
first
don't even know what
rounders?
the next slide is, but let's see. So that's trivia. We're done with trivia.
Holy
We're not
cow.
done with trivia. We tied with trivia. So we have 2 champions right now. We're going to figure out who wins here in a little bit. We're going to get to the next topic. And then as soon as we get in the next topic and I have a second to step away, I'm going to figure out the game-winning question here. So let's move on to the next topic, though.
Notes for next year.
Oh, it's right. the
Tiebreaker
Ultimate Panthers
question.
Draft. Okay, so we have a lot of guests on here right now, and I love y'all being on here, but I think this is best done with 4 people because there's only so many Panthers players. So the idea was that me, Tony, Cody, and CK.
What if
would
we just
draft
do it
the
as
ultimate-
teams?
We can do it as
Yeah,
teams.
what if we
That's fine.
just like
Let's do it as
Just
teams.
stick as
As a
our
matter of fact,
team.
Yeah,
matter of
let's
fact,
say
do it as
that.
3 teams. Let me host, and
Can-
y'all be the 3 teams.
Can I
I
trade
like that.
Cody? Can I-
No,
Man's already
yeah,
willing
fine,
when the
no,
draft hasn't
no,
even
no,
started.
let's do that.
Hey,
No,
he
no,
has
no,
an
no,
injury
no,
history. I'm
let's
not
do
interested.
No,
we
dude,
should-
no,
It's
dude, no, no,
very
no,
history.
no, me and Drew, it needs to be me and Drew and
Would you
CK
trade your
White Sox.
entire 2022 draft for Cody Lashney?
No, not as injury prone as he is.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, no,
You would
shut
do
up,
it for
dude.
the
I'm the
Injury
best
better.
prone.
Dude, I'm the best
Ah.
player to come to the draft.
He
I
wore
don't
out my
trade.
back on that last one.
Yo, I answered all
What?
the first questions.
That
What are you
sounded
talking
gross.
About?
Did kind of.
Steve
Giggity.
All right,
Smith,
Team
all
Tony.
time.
I'm
Panthers
always
score.
wearing out
Team
your
Cody.
back. What you talking about?
Gross.
Dude?
Team CK.
Gross.
Hey, you know what? Y'all sound like KB. Calvin Benjamin always said he
Come on,
carried
guys.
everybody.
We're
Mhm.
$17 away from $1,500 in this,
Woo!
guys.
$17.
Hey.
You can do that. That's 2 packs of
If
cigarettes.
you're
Come on.
listening,
You can do that.
you're
Yes,
listening
yeah, 2 packs of
to the
cigarettes.
show right now on YouTube, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the longest running Panthers podcast, and make sure to check the pin link in the comments and help us in our first annual bye-week charity drive. That is because C3 don't quit. We're here each and every week of the year on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. And the post-game show has become such a great thing for us. In the bye week, we are dedicating it from now on to a charity drive where we do stuff like this. Like this is our first ever. It's our first foray, not foray into this world. We're helping, trying to generate some attention and support for the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation in helping food insecurity. Guys, we are $17 away from $1,500. And I gotta tell you this: is this podcast ain't made $1,500 in a whole season. Let's go do it today for
Let's
charity.
do it.
Back to you, Greg.
Let's
Sorry.
do it, man.
Do
Yeah.
it.
Hey, you're absolutely right in everything you said right there, man. That's what this is all about is a charity podcast. You know, we do this and we once again never ask for money. People graciously give it to us. And we're just asking for this week at least. Instead of giving it to us, give it to somebody who actually needs it. Like, we appreciate it very much. It helps keep the lights on. Thank you very much. But this week specifically, let's do something good for Carolina Panthers. We're working on building a culture here in Carolina, and which apparently we don't have, from what the owner says. So we're going to show him that we do have a culture in Carolina, and let's just do good things for people, man. And that's what it's all about. So
Love it.
So right now we have an Ultimate Panthers draft. Here are the rules. Basically, we have 3 teams now: Team Cody, Team Coney, and Team CK. What we're going to do is we're going to go in that order: Tony, Cody, CK. We're going to do a fantasy draft just like you would do in fantasy football. So it's going to be Tony, Cody, CK, Cody, Tony, kind of a snake draft. You're going to draft 3 offensive players all time in Carolina, 2 defensive players, and 1 head coach. Then we're going to put those teams up in the chat, and people are going to vote on who has the best team. It can be any team you want: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, quarterback, wide receiver, quarterback, tight end, wide receiver, however you want to do it. I mean, I would recommend a quarterback, just saying. And then any defensive players. You need to draft the best team you possibly can with a 5-man roster, and then give them the best coach you can to draft that team. So without further ado, let's get that started.
So let me ask you this real quick.
Good.
We got 3 teams, and Panthers have had 2 stud quarterbacks in their history.
That's why
somebody's going to get shafted.
Listen, you don't have to pick a quarterback.
2 stud quarterbacks. 2 stud quarterbacks.
But I hate to tell y'all, the number 1 passing guy.
You're right. So,
hey,
we all know who's going number 1.
We can run the Wildcat.
Yeah, we all know.
So
I don't think so.
3 offensive players.
Yeah,
1
2
defensive player, or
2
2 defensive
players.
3 offensive, 2 defensive, and 1 head coach. And you
it
can pick
doesn't
them
matter
in
what
any
position
order
you take
want.
them in.
That's
Okay.
right. But once they're picked, they're picked. You can't, like, if Tony picks up Cam Newton, you can't then pick up Cam Newton.
Okay.
Or Cody.
I wanted to give the charity.
30 seconds on the clock.
Who gets Matt rule?
That's
30
awesome.
seconds on the clock.
All right.
All right.
This is us together,
right
Blake.
Yeah.
This is more strategy.
Right.
Do you have to take the quarterback here? I don't know.
think you have to take a
Who
quarterback.
gets the first overall pick?
We do, because I'm
No,
the
we're
oldest.
dead
He's
last.
the Godfather.
We're dead
yeah.
last. We should get.
Yeah.
All right. So
I wrote his name first.
Yeah,
Cody,
I think we
last.
should draft the best
We were
linebacker
last.
in Panther
You get the
history.
first
I
pick.
was going to say we should either take the best wide receiver in Panthers history, or we should take the best linebacker in
that's-
Panthers
Let's
history.
pull at the fans' heartstrings, bro.
Yeah.
I think
We're the-
we should go.
I think we should go. I'm good with that.
We draft
We're
gonna
the
go
number
Luke.
1 pick,
Yeah.
and the number 1 pick for Tony and Blake's team. We draft Luke Kuechly.
Yo, then it's us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
it is y'all.
yeah.
No,
It's
then it is
CK.
y'all. Yep.
Cody,
It's been
for
the
love-
opposite order since we were
Why?
the
We're
worst
not
in the
playing in
last
trivia.
round.
Yeah.
Trivia's
It was
done,
bad.
Cody. Get it out your mind.
This doesn't have anything to do with trivia. Cody,
Why
you
did- why
lost
did we
trivia.
get the
That's all
third
there is to
pick?
it. Sorry, buddy. You lost trivia, man.
Look at the third pick.
You can't come back.
Cody, for the love
Damn
of
it.
God, don't pick Matt Corral.
Oh,
God.
Cody might pick Matt Corral.
Who's up next?
Cody's up next. Cody and White Chocolate Espresso are up next.
Come on, Cody. You know what to pick.
Yeah, we gotta pick Cam Newton, baby. Come on.
Cam Newton.
There you go.
I figured that was going to be the first pick,
Mhm.
but
Mm-mm.
that makes sense. I see that Tony and Blake are playing conservative, so I get that.
Conservative. We're playing heartstrings, baby.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I think we got an angle here.
Yeah,
CK,
man.
you're on the clock.
Listen, I hate to be going for another no-brainer, but these are supposed to be no-brainers, and I'm gonna go get my boy Steve Smith,
Steve Smith.
Mm.
Hall of
Good
Fame nominee,
Mm.
Steve Smith, guys.
Hey, Tony, I
Right.
think we go for
Oh,
another.
actually, CK. It's CK's turn again. He gets
Oh,
the
is
next
it?
Yeah,
Oh, we're doing
yeah,
snake.
we're
Okay,
last.
okay,
We're
okay,
last.
okay,
We got
okay,
a long
okay.
way to go here.
That's fine.
Snake
That's
draft.
fine.
Okay,
I never
okay.
done snake.
So you got the back-to-back
All right.
picks. You and Drew. What's up?
Drew, do you have a preference? I have somebody I know I'd like here, but you.
All
go
right,
with first.
who's going? I'm sorry, I was.
Right now,
Cam
Luke Kuechly, Cam Newton, and Steve Smith have been drafted.
You
And we
want to
get-
go quarter? You want to go quarterback, or what are you looking defense?
I don't know if I want to go quarterback at all in this one. I was thinking defense.
And let's see. All right, how about we we go linebacker?
Okay, well, who you got?
Dan Morgan.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Is the pick
I'll
in?
tell you my reservation with that. It wasn't a long. He was good when he was here, but it was not a long-lived history.
Well, we
With
go with Luke Kuechly.
well, it was
He's
Very
already
true.
gone.
He's the number 1 pick.
First
Yeah.
round pick.
I don't know that there's many people that are going to recognize Dan Morgan's name as new Panthers fans. Is my only thing. I'm going to go Julius Peppers.
Julius Peppers. Man,
Tony,
I was
I'm
hoping
sending you our pick on Twitter if you want to open your Twitter DMs.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, yep, thank you.
So, Cody, you and White Chocolate Espresso, number 2 pick.
Are we going to get his boy?
His boy? I
Cam Newton's
mean,
boy?
Just say it, Kevin.
there's lots of boys. I mean, what
Greg
we're
Olsen.
talking? Yeah, number 88. I'm not hating that. Yeah, let's do it. We're going G-Raid, man.
Greg Olsen. Good pick.
I think.
All right. Tony, Blake. It's on you.
Blake,
Tony,
you
Tony, I think there's
Remember
plenty of
back-to-back
options.
picks here.
I think
Yeah.
there's plenty of options on offense. I think we should go ahead and flesh out our defense with our new Hall of Famer, Sam Mills.
Oh, strong
Trying to go
pick.
real heartstrings. Okay.
Real
right.
hard.
Y'all get to go again as well.
Okay.
And with that, you're
And,
going to go again. Exactly.
I think we gotta move to the quarterback range
You
here.
want to go quarterback, or should we go the best running back in Panthers history?
Oh,
And
man.
we should number 22.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I
You don't
think
think so?
I think there's too many horses in the stable at running back that we're gonna get to pluck in a little while.
Yeah, I know, but if we're playing the heartstrings, we just lost. You know,
No, not long. People are gonna say not long lived. Didn't maybe has a wins a chip. I think we and I'm just gonna say
you want to go ahead and go to our other Super Bowl runner.
Yep.
Let's
Our
take
pick
it.
goes into the Cajun guy.
Ooh,
Jake
Raging
Delhomme.
Cajun. There you go.
Raging Cajun.
Cajun.
Oh, our team. You guys are done.
Yeah, you'll have a good team so far. All right, Cody, you're up. Number 3.
Hey, Cody, I think, you look at today's NFL, it's all offense, all driven offense. I think we take the second best receiver in Carolina history, and that's Musa Muhammad.
Ooh.
I think he has the
Musa
most
Muhammad.
touchdowns in a single season.
I think he does too. Yeah, that was one of the.
My only thing is, when do we start to go some of this defense? Because
I mean, when does Kansas City? You look at look at Kansas City right now, the way they built their teams.
I'm down. We're putting points up.
And there's not many great receivers for Carolina, if you really look.
Musa Muhammad.
I think there's more
right,
good ones
Musa
than you
Muhammad.
think.
CK, y'all are at number 3 and 4.
Hey, listen, this one's. I'll pick this next one. You get the next one, Drew. This one's not hard. TD Thomas Davis, baby.
Oh, good choice.
All right.
All right,
And oh man, and we don't have a quarterback. So
but y'all have both your defensive players. It's all offense here
Right.
on out.
man, oh
Kevin,
man.
check your Twitter DM.
Huh?
Everybody's going to DMs.
Check your Twitter DM.
Hey, by the way,
We need to
AJ,
be-
That's
you
good.
don't.
That means this
you
is
don't
good.
need
I
a
like it.
quarterback.
Yeah, you
You
don't
don't
need a quarterback.
Okay. And they took Greg Olsen. Wow. Do we go Jonathan Stewart?
I'll let you make that choice, my dude.
Hey, Jonathan Stewart then.
Chase too. All right, good deal. Cody.
Can we have a wait? Can you name off the list of players taken?
Yeah, Team Tony is Luke Kuechly, Sam Mills, and Jake Delhomme. You guys have Cam Newton, Greg Olsen, and Musa Muhammad. And CK has Steve Smith, Julius Peppers, Thomas Davis, and Jonathan Stewart.
Okay.
So basically, y'all have to pick
Who's
2 more
up?
defensive players because y'all have 3 offensive players, like based on the rules of the game. So your next 2 players have to be defensive.
I'm thinking either Beeson or Dan Morgan.
Ooh. Forgot about
Dude, I'm kind of thinking Brian Burns.
Mm.
Go ahead, Cody.
Go ahead, do
Go
it.
ahead,
Do it.
Take it.
Brian Burns. We're going
Alright.
Brian Burns,
All
baby.
right.
Let's go.
Oh, what a bum.
What are you talking
Bum,
about?
bum, bum.
Team Tony and Blake, you have the next 2 picks to lock out your team. You have 2 defensive players and 1 offensive player. So you have to pick 2
We have the
offensive
youngest
players.
team.
You have a quarterback, but nobody else.
The best team.
I think I'll take the first one, Tony, and then you can take the next one. I think our next pick in the 2022 C3 Podcast charity event
I
draft
like how you put that.
will be the replacement for our soon-to-be Hall of Famer, Steve Smith Sr., DJ Moore.
I was wondering if I was going to pick him. Good job. All right.
I think this is that I have one question about the goal of how we evaluate the team. Do we evaluate the team on the best, like head to head, like who would win?
No, you evaluate this based on what you think the fans are going to want to vote for.
Right. That's what it's all about.
Okay. All right. You know what? Then I'm going to still stick with this pick because I think that the other guy who would arguably be the player who had the better career based on longevity is also largely disliked by Panther fans. So I am going to go with Christian McCaffrey and his top 10 NFL seasons of all time in NFL entirely was with the Carolina Panthers. 1,000 rushing, 1,000 receiving. Give us Christian McCaffrey as our final offensive pick.
Okay. Cody, on you.
We're full on offense, right? We don't need no more.
You have to have a defensive player. Yeah.
I think. Hold
on. Dude, the last name I sent you is the name I think makes us a powerhouse.
No.
Why?
Don't you fucking dare.
he wanted Matt Corral.
No, I really am Cam Newton. Why not?
I'm telling you, man. Don't.
I have to know who the
Can
name
I
is
say
after.
it? Can
Yeah, but the name. I want to draft him.
I think we should go Charles Johnson.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the name I put.
Oh, I thought you put someone else when I said too early.
Oh my God, dude! Wait a minute. Yes, we're drafting Charles Johnson.
Oh yeah,
and we're pass rushing. We are coming for that.
He put J.C. Horn in the Twitter. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like
J.C. Horn's not a bad call.
Yes, it is for this.
Okay, so y'all going Charles Johnson?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay. CJ.
I didn't even look at my Twitter. That's cool.
And with the last pick in the 2022 C3 Panthers charity podcast event draft, CK and Drew, who are you taking?
On you, CK.
You have 2 offensive and 2
I thought we had to draft coaches too.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a coach after this, so y'all get this into the coach. So.
Ooh.
So you've got
go ahead, Greg.
You've got to draft an offensive player.
He went voice activation.
All right, here we go. I'm thinking outside the box. Everybody's thinking about the weapons. I'm talking about the protection. I'm taking Jordan Gross as the final offensive member of my team with Steve Smith, Jonathan Stewart, and Jordan Gross to be able to protect whoever's behind the line to get the ball to these guys. I am perfectly fine with that choice.
I like your math. And CK, who's head coaching this?
The only person who has taken us to 3 back-to-back NFC South titles, and that's going to be Ron Rivera.
Ron Rivera, best coach in Panthers history. I agree. All right. Cody, who's your coach?
Oh, we got to pick one more player, right?
No, y'all have all the players.
Yeah. Okay.
Just doing coach, yeah.
I mean, come on. It's easy.
Yeah, John Fox.
Yeah, John Fox. All right.
Oh man, somebody's gonna say Matt Rule, right?
Just go ahead and say it, Matt Rule.
Oh, we're not taking Matt Rule.
Oh, we're not taking Matt
We're gonna take the assistant head coach and also current interim head coach of the Carolina Panthers.
Wow.
We're gonna be taking our boy who knows all about that keep pounding philosophy.
Oh man,
over Don Capers?
Steve Wilkes. I like it.
Yeah,
over Capers.
That was fun. That was really, really fun. So check it out. We have Team Tony and Blake with Luke Kuechly, Sam Mills, Jake Delhomme, DJ Moore, CMC, run by Steve Wilkes. That's a good team. Team Cody and White Chocolate Espresso, Cam Newton, Greg Olson, Muhsin Muhammad, Brian Burns, Charles Johnson, head coach by John Fox. And then Team CK and Drew, that is Steve Smith, Julius Peppers, Thomas Davis, Jonathan Stewart, and Jordan Gross, shoring up that offensive line. You win football in the trenches with Ron Rivera as the head coach. That's a good team, too. I'm loving these teams, y'all.
Hall of Famers on ours.
Is there a poll?
You have a lot.
We're about to put it up, I hope. All right, Greg, I got you right here for
Yeah,
a
go ahead and
moment.
put it up, Tony,
Let's
'cause yeah.
we're gonna work on that. We're gonna talk a
So we're
little
team
bit.
3. I'll put it up. I just gotta.
Yeah, I would label them Team Tony, Team Cody, Team CK, or you
Okay.
could do Team. Yeah, I think that would be best, so we don't mislead them with the coaches.
We gotta put something up to remind people whose team is what. Let me get the thing up.
We got
All
the
right, go
pass rush.
Or you don't have to
oh.
put the name at all. Just put the people on the team, and
Yeah,
then that
put
way
the-
people can base it
Yeah.
off of that instead of who actually put
Okay.
the team up.
That's complicated. That's hard to make that poll, though.
Send me that in the chat, and I'll put it up.
All right.
But-
Well, all right. Well, Greg is stepping away. He needs one little break as the host. And here, what we're doing is first. We want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Not only today, but on Tuesday nights, the longest running Panthers podcast, 9:00. We're live. This is our first ever bi-week charity drive where we have thrown the support of what is our humble community, C3 Panthers fan community, but just a place where Panther fans gather together and rap about football and Panthers or whatever else all week. It seems like it started for a Tuesday night. Now it's every day. But we're throwing our humble but strong community behind the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation, where you can help give in a difficult time in a way. Is like, think about this, is we're heading into the holidays, recession's looming, interest rates are going up, the food prices are out of control, and there are people out there that have less than us, less than you, less than me, and wherever you're at on the totem pole of life, is there's someone out there that could use a hand to be picked up, man. Like when you get knocked down because you got a bad offensive line in front of you, you want that Mike Remmers to turn around and pick Cam Newton up, and you can do that by getting in supporting the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation. Go to the link; it's pinned in the chat. Give $5, give $1, give $10. It will help us. Just a little update on the number. See if it's moved at all. Yes, we have movement. We are up to $1,488. Guys, we're so close to getting $1,500 in support. And I know in a day and age where there's so much money floating around, that might not sound like a lot, but for us and how we started this podcast, to me, it's crazy that we even have done that. Eric Bosa, thank you for your $5 contribution. Clifton Hunter, also with $25. Anonymous, thank you. Cody Lashney, Mike Davis. Look, the C3 Panthers podcast has contributed up to $300 now towards this cause. And look, I know it's not, we all want to do a lot, but let's just do a little. Let's just do a little. On top of that, guys, Greg, are you back?
I am back. Yeah.
Wow. Holy cow, that was quick. I wanted us to do this is update a couple of I want to look at the scores real quick. The Bengals are beating the Kansas City Chiefs.
For the time being, they're on the Bengals side of the field now. And
what is the 49ers?
49ers are winning, but they are without Jimmy Garoppolo, who went out. Yeah, and so I think he's out for the game due to an ankle injury. I think he's probably going to be gone for the year, to be honest with you.
Is Lance playing?
No, he's out for the year too. So they're down to their third string. But what's crazy about that, and this is where I think you guys, everybody here should be not happy that Jimmy G got hurt, but should see some optimism in that, is that's going to make them a lot more beatable. And on top of that, that means that draft pick that we got from them, those draft picks are going to be more valuable with every loss they take.
Yep.
Right now, the Seattle Seahawks are ahead of the Los Angeles Rams 17-13. The Chargers are up against the Las Vegas Raiders 13-10. So some good games and some good football. Some important injuries happening with Jimmy G and Lamar. And
Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he came back in, but that was a pretty gruesome leg injury. So there's a good chance we find out that he's got something more serious going on.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, that's our
When
interlude.
girls playing the NFL. That's what happens.
Oh, shut up.
Hey. Well
Sorry,
done.
I
Well
don't
done.
mean a slight to women. I'm sorry.
As
I
you
don't mean
intro the
that,
next
but
topic, I'm gonna grab one more refreshment.
let's do it. Let's go into the next topic. So, you know what? I had the NFC, AFC conference predictions. So, what we're going to do here, and you know what? Everybody on the teams, y'all just stay on. I've added all y'all on here: Tony, Blake, Cody, Kev, Drew, CK, Pickle, and me. Man, we're all just going to predict who are the teams that are going to be in the AFC and NFC conference championship games, and give me who wins. Then after this, the next one's going to be the Super Bowl. So keep that in mind. They've got to line up. So Tony stepped away. I'm just going to go in the list. I see the stuff in. I'm going to start with me first because I'm there. I think that NFC is going to be Philly, Dallas. I think they're the strongest two teams in the NFC. I think that Dallas may be the strongest team in the NFC, and I think Philly. I'm not saying they're fakers, but I don't think that they are strong enough to win the conference. I think all around Dallas is a better team. So I'm going to say Philly, Dallas for NFC, and I'm going to put Dallas winning that game. And then for the AFC, I've got to go. I'm just going to take low-hanging fruit. I'm going to go with Kansas City, Buffalo. And I'm actually going to take Buffalo in the win this year because it gives me an interesting Super Bowl pick, taking me to the 90s. But I'm going to put Buffalo with the win here. So I have Buffalo winning the NFC, AFC against Kansas City, and I have Dallas winning against Philly in the NFC Championship game. So, Pickle, you're my teammate. Go with you next, man.
Okay, I'm going to say Philly and the Vikings for the NFC champion.
Okay.
And the Phillies go and the Eagles go on to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And for the AFC, I'm going to go Kansas City and the Bills go on.
Okay. All right. Buffalo over KC. All right. Drew, what's up, man? What do you think?
Man, I don't know. Philadelphia and Minnesota.
Okay.
NFC with Philly going to the Super Bowl, and I'm going low hanging fruit. Buffalo and KC, but Buffalo.
It's almost too tough not to answer that, you know.
Yeah.
Can I go last?
And I'm going Buffalo winning it all.
Okay. Buffalo over KC. All right, CK, what you think, man?
I am going to go NFC. It's hard to pick against the Eagles, and I'm certainly, even though I'm questionable about what they're going to be doing or, their capacity to have a late run, but I'm going to go Eagles and the Vikings.
Okay.
I know the Cowboys destroyed the Vikings, but I think that the road to NFC championship is going to have the Eagles and the Cowboys facing off prior to the NFC championship. So that's why. Otherwise, I would agree. I think the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah. I think the Eagles are going to make it to the Super Bowl from the NFC. And then I'm going to flip over to the AFC. The AFC is so hard to predict, and I don't want to take the low hanging fruit here. I'm gonna say Kansas City doesn't make it to the championship. I'm gonna say that the Bills, and for the first time, the Dolphins making it to the championship. And then I think the Bills will win that and get all the way to the chip. And do we predict who we think is gonna win?
Next round. Yeah, we will.
Okay, cool.
So Bills over Dolphins. All right, Kevin.
Well, CK took my pick. I was going to say the Dolphins and Kansas City.
Okay.
And the NFC.
Who wins that game?
I'm going to go Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
And the NFC, excuse me while I get in my G baby. Y'all make me sick. I'm picking the Panthers and the Eagles.
Ooh. Okay. And who wins that game?
The Panthers. This is a Panthers podcast. Come on, people.
You know what? This is going to tie into my Super Bowl prediction later.
Camera's off. There's a reason his camera's off.
But you know what? That Panthers Eagles NFC Championship game where the Eagles are heavily favored as the better team actually bodes well for us.
Yeah,
Just saying. Just saying, I've seen that story before. And we had 4 interceptions and won that game, went to the Super Bowl. So I've seen that before. That's a good pick. Cody, what you got?
In the AFC Championship game, I am going with the Buffalo Bills as the 1 seed, and Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals are coming to meet him. So I got Buffaloes and Bills. The Bills and the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. In the NFC Championship game, I have the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers, baby. Damn it.
There we go.
Thunder, but you know what? We are on the same team. Panthers are going to do it. Squad, what's up? We're going to the game, bro.
Okay. Who wins the Buffalo Bengals game?
Bengals win a heartbreaker.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, that must have hurt you to
That's
say.
just wrong.
Yeah. Blake, what you got, man?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to change this up. I don't know if anybody's seen this coming, but I'm going AFC, Miami, Baltimore. I'm calling some people out. I think Lamar comes back from this injury, and I do believe that Tua is going to shut some people up this year by winning that and going to the Super Bowl. And in the NFC, y'all are dogging on the Eagles, but let's not forget they just lost to Ron Rivera. So in the NFC, I think the Cowboys and
who lost to Ron Rivera? The Eagles.
The Eagles lost to Ron Rivera.
Their first loss.
Yeah.
To the
I'm
football
thinking
team
we're
in
going to get a
Washington.
rematch of the 40-3. The Cowboys and the Vikings are going to show up, and the Vikings want some blood.
I want
as
the
they do
Vikings
in
to win
raids.
it. I do.
Yeah.
Like if we're not going to go, I want the Vikings to make it.
I'd like to see Kirk Cousins win one. I'm not gonna lie, that would be nice. So, Tony, what you got? Your last one.
AFC, I like, and it's kind of strange that they're behind right now. Despite these challenges, I like Miami and Kansas City, and I will take in the NFC. I like the Eagles and Cowboys.
Okay, who wins those games?
I think I gotta go. You know what? I'm gonna ride Miami to the Super Bowl this year, and I'm gonna take the Eagles. So let's do Dolphins Eagles. Wow, what a crazy! That'd be awesome.
That is crazy. Yeah. Okay, so the way I have it right now, Tony, I'm just gonna go in the reverse order. You have Miami and Philly in the Super Bowl. Blake, you have Minnesota and Miami in the Super Bowl. Cody, you have Cincinnati and Carolina in the Super Bowl, which is nuts, but it's possible. It could happen. Kevin, you have Miami and Carolina in the Super Bowl. CK, you have Philly and the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. Drew, you have Philly and Buffalo in the Super Bowl as well. Pickle, you have Philly and Buffalo in the Super Bowl as well. And I have Dallas and Buffalo in the Super Bowl. So with all that being said, we can move on to the next prediction part of the show, which is going to be the Super Bowl predictions. We know who's going to be in there.
Hold on. Before we do that, I got a caller that has called in and a booster for this program. And he wants to throw his support behind the first annual C3 bi-week charity drive in support of the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation. I'm going to go out to the cat calls line right here, and let's see who this famed person is.
It's everyone's favorite coach out there. It's Coach Matt. Some of that call me Matt Rule. But at the end of the day, I might be going off, to go shred some cords and do some other things right now. But at the end of the day, I'm really proud of the relationship I built with a lot of people, and that includes Bradley and Nikki Bozeman. And that's why it's really important as the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation, that we all support that, because at the end of the day, we can't have enough elite level people, and that's something that we're always looking for: is elite level people, elite communities, elite people. And at the end of the day, what I want for us is for everyone out there in the community to really support this foundation, because without the support of the people in the community, then these foundations can't be what they are. And then that's what we're always looking for is at the end of the day, we really want to support this foundation. So make sure you're giving supporting the foundation any way possible, whether sharing, liking, with other people, financial donations, whatever you can do, volunteer your time, really help out this foundation, because at the end of the day, we all want to be easy.
That is the former coach of the Carolina Panthers, Matt Rule, who has now gone on to Nebraska, but still what he has been on his media tour talking about what he wished he could have done a little bit better in the beginning was form the relationships, because he's a relationship coach, and he is throwing his support behind this foundation because of the relationship he had with the guy he wouldn't start in Bradley Bozeman over Pat Efline. But look, we're $12 away from hitting 1,500. I think we can do it. I think we can get to that 1,500 mark. We're so thankful for the people that have already thrown their support in. We're thankful for the people that listen to this show each week, and we're thankful for that the real Matt Rule has left, and that the fake Matt Rule still comes and hangs out with the C3 Panthers podcast.
Yeah, I like that.
Never
a
again.
lot better.
Yeah. Never again. All right, so Super Bowl predictions is where we're heading right now.
Yeah, and Tony, I'm gonna start with you. Actually, I'm gonna go the reverse order that I did before. You have Miami and Philly in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
is
gonna
your
take
winner?
this is I don't know. I mean, almost like who do I really think is gonna win the Super Bowl versus who do I want to win the Super Bowl? I'm all in on these Fins, baby. I'm all in on the Dolphins, man. I can't really pick an NFC team. Or I mean, I could. I think the Eagles are probably the most well-rounded team in the league at this point, but can they stop the run? I'm with this Dolphins team. Lightning in a bottle, baby.
Dolphins. I hear you. All right. What about you, Blake? You got
Yeah.
Miami, Minnesota.
So I've got Miami, Minnesota, the double M matchup. I think that we're gonna see a lot of back and forth, especially between these two high-powered offenses with Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson on either side of the ball. But I think we're gonna see a heartbreaker in just the end of regulation. Justin Jefferson's gonna give us a Odell Beckham style catch and bring it down for the win.
Nice. Okay. So Minnesota winning it all. What about you,
Yep.
Cody? You got Cincinnati and Carolina. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this one.
It's funny. Imagine the build up to that, because we already saw that earlier in the year. Everybody's going to be like, "Oh, dude, this Super Bowl is going to be terrible." But no, the Panthers are going to pull up the greatest stuff of all time, and we're going to take it to the Cincinnati Bengals, our cat bros, and we're going to win our first Super Bowl, baby. Get at me, fight me.
I mean, I can't argue that, to be honest with you. 'Cause
But
I
you're laughing at
like the way
me.
you laid that out. I'm laughing at you because it's probably not possible, but I like the way you laid that out. And look, it's happened once in NFL history. A team's come in with a wild card and won the Super Bowl. So I mean, I guess it's possible. We know it can happen. It just, I don't know if it's gonna happen. Let's put it this way: I want to be picking 5th or 32nd.
Oh,
You know,
little
like,
face.
but that's so selfish for me to think that way. But honestly, that's just the way I feel. Like it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But we're in such limbo right now that it's going to be kind of in the middle of that. I think when it comes down to it at the end, I think. Well, I'll talk about it when I get to it. Kev, what do you think, man? Your predictions? You have Minnesota and Carolina.
No,
All right.
no, in the Super Bowl.
In the Super. Oh, sorry, Miami, Carolina. Sorry, I
Yeah.
can't read my own handwriting.
Well, technically, we wouldn't be a wild card team since we won the division.
Well,
But,
that's true. You're right.
I got us winning this very heavily, and not only that, I think Sam Darnold wins MVP.
Wow.
This is awesome.
Super Bowl MVP, Sam Darnold.
Turn your damn camera on.
What
I would think
if,
I think
if this
JC Horton would take
happens-
MVP.
Maybe
If
right
it
now.
Sam,
happens.
Imagine if
what
that
are you
actually
doing right
happened.
there behind the camera, Sam? What the hell's white chocolate espresso has been Sam Darnold this entire damn time.
And we
He-
also
he's-
see one net
Yeah.
slip in the halftime show.
All right, CK, I got you with Philly and Buffalo.
The Bills are gonna take the championship home, where it should have gone in the 90s at one point or another. It's time to end that curse.
All right. And Drew, I got you the same thing, Philly and Bills.
Drew's gone.
Oh, Drew's gone? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Drew
Well,
had to
Drew,
go.
He had to
oh, I
go
didn't
be
see
a
that. I had
parent.
Drew with Philly and the
He had to go
Bills.
be
I'm
a
assuming
parent.
he's going to say, let's just say, for the sake of argument, we'll say Philly. So that way it makes it a little more controversial. So if he has a different opinion, he'll let me know shortly, I'm sure. Pickle, I've got you with Philly and the Bills as well.
The Bills.
The Bills.
Buffalo wins it all.
I
And
think-
Josh Allen is named the Super Bowl MVP.
Wow. Okay.
So I wanted to throw a little stat since we were talking about Carolina going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
As far as I know, only twice have teams gotten to the Super Bowl with an interim head coach. That would have been the 2013 Broncos and 1998 Falcons. So
I remember the
if-
1998
If
Falcons. too.
Steve Wilkes is able to do this, he puts himself among pretty heavy company.
Well, there's no way you don't resign him, right? There's absolutely no way you don't resign Steve Wilkes.
That
as
would
your
be the
interim head
awesome.
coach.
Like, would
Oh
you?
no, it would be
like,
awesome. It'd be horrible.
Could you imagine?
What I imagine is this is like the lawsuit.
Oh,
Think of
yeah.
the lawsuit
Oh,
in the
yeah,
face
there
of a
definitely would be.
guy that
And
made it to
honestly-
the Super Bowl, and you're like, nah, we're good.
Honestly, that would only confirm it, right?
Yes, I
Like,
know, that's what I
there's
mean.
nothing you
And
could-
when I say
if
awesome,
that happens,
I mean,
there's
like,
nothing you can say. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it'd be hilarious to see,
yeah,
but not good for the people
in a
involved.
bad
Yeah.
way. In a
Yeah.
bad
I think it'd be
way.
hilarious to see simply because of the fact that Matt Rule 5 win. Steve Wilkes steps in, and now we're in the Super Bowl. Come on, what have we been doing the last 3 years? You know,
Right. Well, Matt Rule says the team he drafted, unless they do bad, then he didn't draft them.
right?
So it just
exactly.
depends on how we finish this year.
Oh,
I got Dallas and Buffalo in the finals. And look, man, this is a 90s matchup. I saw Dallas play Buffalo a few times when I was younger. I was a Redskins fan growing up before the Panthers came out. I'm going to say that Dallas takes this one, to be honest with you. I think that Dak Prescott, when on top of his game, could be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. We just haven't seen it yet. We've seen spurts of him being one of the best. Like, honestly, we really have. But with the offensive players he has around him, the top 5 defense he has around him, I think this is, besides Buffalo, I think they're the most well-rounded team in the NFL.
Yeah.
To be truly honest with you. And I'm going to hate it because I listen to Skip and Shannon every day on Undisputed, and Skip's going to be going on about this for months, and it's going to be unbearable. But I really do think Dallas is going to take it, and I'm going to give Dallas the championship in this year. I think they've got a good shot at winning it, and I think that's my team for the title. So we've got 2 people with Carolina, 3 people with Buffalo, 1 person Miami, 1 person Minnesota, 1 person Dallas. So very inconclusive what's going on, but fun predictions. All right. One of us is going to be right. Like
I think it's going
between
to me.
Well, the
Dallas,
thing is,
Carolina,
this,
Minnesota,
is that
Philly,
like
Buffalo.
the real, I don't want to say the real question. The one question is like, what are the odds that it's a NFC team that actually wins the Super Bowl? Because right now we're kind of debating, we're playing duck, duck, goose or musical chairs with AFC teams because, like, I mean, I'm picking the Fins because they're like I'm rooting for them, but like the Bengals. Look, right now, the Bengals and the Chiefs are in a crazy game right now, 17-17. You got the Bills, the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Fins. There's probably even another team in the AFC that we're not even really talking about that probably is eligible to win.
Chargers. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and so you think about that is like, good God. And then the other side, it's really the Eagles and the Fields, or maybe the Eagles and Vikings in the field.
Well, Dallas beat the Vikings, and Dallas only has one more loss than the Vikings.
Yeah.
Dallas is a good team. Like I
Yeah,
hate to admit
and
it,
a
'cause I
good
hate
team,
the
a good
Cowboys,
team.
but they're a good
matched up
team.
well against a high-powered offense, kind of like
Here's the thing, though, Cody or Tony, is traditionally defense wins championships. Doesn't
That's what
always
they
happen.
say.
It's not always the rule. It's not an absolute, but traditionally, defense wins championships. And all the
That is
AFC
what they
teams
say.
are high-powered offensive teams that aren't as structurally strong in defense, except for maybe Buffalo, which is why I have them in Dallas in the finals. But there's not a lot of good defense in the AFC. That's why they have such high-scoring games, because they're kind of like what's the college conference that everyone picks on, that Ohio
Like
State.
the
ACC?
Oregon one.
Well, the one that they score 6,000 points a game in every game is because nobody plays
Yeah.
defense.
Big
They're
12,
kind of
Big
like that.
12, Big
The Big
12.
12, yeah. They're kind of like that. Like there's really not a lot of defense played. The fact that I'm watching Kansas City and Cincinnati right now at 17-17, and neither one of them have very good defenses at all,
This
shows
is a
me
low
that
scoring game for them.
somewhat it is. It shows me that a good defense can stifle a good offense, no problem. So I'm just a stern believer. If I have to bet on one team, I'm picking the best defense over the best offense, unless the best offense is like phenomenal. But even that, look at the Rams. Look at the Rams team with Marshall Faulk and
Bro, we
like
did it.
they were the best offensive team ever,
I
and
just
they
saw.
didn't
I
win.
just,
Yeah, I saw it
I
too.
just saw, man.
And Mahomes is insane.
Oh,
None of us picked Kansas City to win the Super Bowl. Just so y'all know, not a single person in here picked Kansas City to win the Super Bowl.
listen to
'Cause I'm
this.
over it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I am
I
too.
courted us one on Twitter. This is great, man. Thank you to Stephen Harrington, who I just lured in on Twitter with a $100 donation.
Nice.
That puts us over 1,500, 1,588. We're at, guys, raised for the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation in the first ever C3 bi-week charity drive. This year's title or kind of theme is Uniting Fans and Strengthening Communities.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all's support.
Dude, it's amazing. Like, Nikki set a $5,000 goal, and I know Tony, whenever she first did that, me and you kind of looked at it like, well, that's kind of difficult. It's our first year, and we've almost hit half that mark.
Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty
a good
good,
point.
man. I mean, that's fantastic. Every little bit helps. So I appreciate everybody who's been in there. You know what? I'm actually going to do the drawings for this for the autographs I'm giving away on Tuesday's show, because I've got to go through and look through everybody who donated and
Yeah.
tally up all the votes and be able to put that in there. But I will do those live on Tuesday. So if you donated and you do want to be in that drawing, where you are in that drawing, Tuesday, watch the Tuesday show. And by the way, even whenever our drive is over, you can still donate to the Nikki.
Yeah,
and Bradley
yeah.
Bozeman Foundation.
This show might be
Like,
over, but that doesn't mean the cause
Yeah.
is over.
You can donate anytime you want to. So check that out. Next topic, I guess. Well, let me get to the actual right screen here. We're on StreamYard. So we did the Super Bowl. Let's do. Oh, here we go. I like this one. And everybody on here is good. The Carolina Panthers are picking what, 5th right now? If the season ended today?
Yep.
Okay. You're on the clock. You are the GM. You're the Carolina Panthers right now with the 5th pick in the draft.
Mhm.
Who are you taking? And I have to say, if it's not a quarterback, tell me why. Like, who's our quarterback next year if it's not a quarterback? So, Tony, I'll start. Actually, I'm going to go to the bottom of the list. Pickle, I'll start with you. Number 5, who you're picking. If it's not a quarterback, why? And who's our quarterback next year?
Yeah, you're muted, Pickle, just so you know. Pickle's there. I know he's there.
Oh golly, jeez.
Do you need me to come back to you? I can.
5th pick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to draft a quarterback. I'm just saying, if you're not going to, who's it going to be?
Yeah, I really don't want to. I'll
Pick
tell you
any
what.
player?
I'm going to take a defensive end from Clemson, Murphy, just because I don't think any quarterback is that currently in this draft class is worth the top 5. And I believe the defensive tackle that a lot of people are going to want is going to be taken at pick 2 by the Bears.
But can we pick
That's what I was
anybody,
saying.
no matter what?
Yeah.
You can pick anybody. Just assuming nobody's been picked. You're picking 5th, but nobody. So like it's like just assume everybody's available on the board, because I have no way of really making rules otherwise. So
Right.
So okay, if you're picking Murphy defensive end, who's our quarterback next year?
David Carr. Or Derek Carr.
Okay.
Derek Carr.
Well, it could be either one.
I
They're
don't
both
ever know
quarterbacks.
the
Yeah.
difference between any of them. I just know the one I'm talking about. To be honest, I
Right.
swear, like I don't know, like I can't. And I've like just resided. I don't really give a shit to learn their first name. It's
always
either
get
the car with no gloves or the car with 2 gloves
I tell you what, I'm gonna
Okay.
change it.
or 1 glove.
Derek
one glove.
Carr is going to be on the roster, but Matt Corral is going to start
Okay.
week 1.
Good deal.
Week
Probably
one.
be injured. Week 1, he's going to start week 1. Probably be
Okay.
injured shortly thereafter. But
Mm.
anyway,
Yeah. you
Oh.
never know. A non-contact
Wow.
injury, right? And we're gonna blame that on coaches. Non-contact injury.
We're gonna blame
Um,
that on
Oh
turf.
my God.
We're blaming that on
yeah,
turf.
blame it on the turf.
All
Blame
right,
it on
so
Elder.
I'll go next, and you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I don't even care if I want CJ Stroud. Like I've looked at all kinds of quarterbacks this year. I know that people say Bryce Young's the most ready, this and that, blah blah. It's fine. I've been the most impressed with CJ Stroud's highlights because that's all you do. You go on YouTube and you look up this player highlights because that's all. Unless you watch every game, that's all you can do. Which I don't watch every game, definitely. I just go look at highlights, and from what I've seen in highlights, CJ Stroud's my guy. So I'm drafting CJ Stroud number 5. He's not going to make it to that point, but this is a fantasy draft, so I'm taking CJ Stroud.
Mhm.
Okay. What do you think, Drew? Or Drew's not here. What do you think, CK?
Oh God. If we're drafting, are there any rules to this?
No, you
No,
basically
whoever you
anybody
want.
Free
want.
pick, free
Yeah.
pick, whoever you
Basically
want.
anybody you want. Yeah.
I'm trading
We're the
back,
number 1
dude.
pick in the draft.
So the act exactly. We're basically the number 1 pick. It doesn't matter. We're the number 5 pick. We're basically the number 1 pick. Who do you want?
I'm trading back.
Okay.
Mm.
Let's see.
What are you trading back for?
I'm trading back to get one of these quarterbacks that are considered.
Well, no. What
Where-
I more mean is not the player you're going to draft. What are you getting in return?
What place are you looking for to draft that?
I wouldn't
Right.
want to draft
Like, what do you get in
any
return?
later than 15.
Okay.
But if I can get this year's first for them, next year's first for whoever teams that's drafting up, and an additional pick or even a player to fill a need, then I would do that. And then if I'm picking 15, I'm taking one of those quarterbacks that will be on the board. by that
Who would
point
you
still.
want? AR-15 or Will Levis, or your personal
Will
preference?
Levis ain't gonna be there.
AR-15.
AR-15.
All right. So you've got
What's
a
that?
first round pick, next year's first round, and AR-15
Burrow
to
is
trade
so
back.
nice, dude.
Okay.
Mm.
He is. That's my
what-
fantasy quarterback.
Oh, did he
baby.
just do something?
Guess what? He ain't your real quarterback, so shut up. I'm
Rich
scared.
Ferguson was their quarterback.
What do you think, Kev?
I'm taking Jalen Carter.
You're taking Jalen Carter. I'm
Yeah.
Mhm.
How is nobody taking that dude from Georgia yet? That pick
That's
that.
him.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, it
Jalen
is?
Carter.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Who's the? Oh, I'm thinking Will, and I thought.
What's his
okay.
position? Because I don't even
He's
know.
a
Jalen Carter is a
defensive
defensive
tackle.
lineman.
He's a defensive
He's a-
tackle.
Yeah, he's a tackle.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, he would go next
Imagine
to
that.
Derek Brown.
Dude, he was beasting
So,
against
He's going to be a
LSU,
backup to
man.
Derek Brown.
He would be
No,
next
he's
to
gonna
Derek
play
Brown because
beside
he's
No,
a
him.
23.
He would be next to him.
He would
Okay.
replace Ionitis.
And I'm
That would
taking
be
Pick
our
that
one. Yeah,
quarterback
that would.
up and put him like in his pocket like a little child. You know, like when you
Yeah,
pick up
that
a
would
toddler
be
and you run around.
The version of Star of the Tulane and Carolina
Yeah.
Short.
and I'm
Yeah.
taking
Who's
okay.
the star? And who is it?
Carolina Short is Jalen Carter, and Derek Brown is Star of
Okay.
the Tulane.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
that would be the closest we've had to those two.
And our quarterback next year will be Patrick Mahomes Jr., Spencer Rattler.
Yes,
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
rookie
God.
quarterback. All right,
Mm.
good God,
Don't
that
pick
sounds awful.
probably six
Cody,
rounds.
what you got?
So if I'm picking out of absolutely anyone, yeah, I'm picking Jalen Carter is the guy that I think would help take this team to another level when you add him with Derek Brown and
All right.
Brian Burns. And yeah, the starter is going to be the future for the Carolina Panthers at the quarterback position. My man Glock 9, aka Golden,
Glock
none other than
9.
my boy Matt Corral. What's up?
What does he give the name Glock 9 for? For what?
I don't know.
Glock
Number,
nine.
number 9?
I
We out
like
here
it.
shooting, baby. That's our shooter.
Nah,
That's our
Mac,
Panther shooter.
it's
What's
Golden
up?
Corral.
Golden Corral.
Who's an
That's-
actor that shot himself in the foot? Like, there's got to be one we've seen.
There's
'cause
a
that's who
football
I've got-
player who
that's
did
who-
that.
There's a football
Yo,
player that's
Joe
done it.
Burrow really
Yeah,
is cold.
that's
as
who I've
shit,
got to
dude.
name him as. Like,
Oh,
come
my
on, man.
goodness.
He had a
Who
non-contact.
was it? That
Plaxico?
was the Plaxico,
Plaxico
man, which
Burress.
I
Plaxico,
love
yeah.
Plaxico, dude. He was awesome.
Blake, what do you think, man?
You know, Plaxico made two bonehead things. If you guys remember, he not only shot himself in the leg as his gun fell down his pants as he was walking down the steps at a nightclub. But his first play in the NFL, he caught like this giant pass for a first down, and he got up and he caught it, and then like landed and tumbled into the ground, and then like put the football down and basically like signaled first down, and there everybody's
a
like,
fumble.
"This ain't fucking college no more," and somebody picked up the ball and like ran off with it. You're not down, bro.
It was like that Georgia play last night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Sorry.
Tim
I love
Estes, how
Plaxico.
dare you?
What you got, Blake?
Yeah, so I'm going a little different than everybody else. The name's been mentioned, but I think just looking
Cheddar
at
bomb.
who would be in front of us, I don't think,
Sounds-
like CK said, I don't think there's going to be a quarterback available that I would want to slam a 5th-round pick on, or a 5th pick, number 5. So I'm going to take Will Anderson, the edge from Alabama,
Okay.
and put him opposite Brian Burns with Derek Brown doing some disruption in the middle. And I think that we're going to have Sam Darnold as our backup quarterback, with Matt Corral being our starter next season.
Oh, okay.
I can
Alright.
definitely see us pulling back into like the second or though to try to take one of these other quarterbacks like Will Levis or something like that.
If they're there, yeah.
I'm
If
not
they're
mad
there.
at that, but
All right, Tony. It's on you, buddy.
I'm taking Bryce Young, man.
Okay.
And look, you guys can talk about, well, actually, Cody can tell us how tiny he is. Which the funny thing about one of the things is that G Baby calls Matt Corral Pee Wee, and it turns out that Bryce Young's smaller than Matt Corral, which is the irony of this. But look, I'm saying this is, as long as it's not a height, like I don't think he's overly short. I mean, I don't think he's tall either. I think it's his slight frame that's concerning. But I think the NFL is suited and built to protect quarterbacks this day and age. And if you can, like you see how they're like throwing personal fouls like crazy all over the place, you're gonna feel sorry for him. Unlike he's gonna get the like the opposite of the Cam effect. Like anytime someone hits him, they're gonna be like flag,
Right.
flag.
Right.
Bryce
So,
Young is 6 foot. Baker Mayfield is 6'1", by the way.
I don't think Bryce Young is 6 foot. I know that's what Alabama says, but
Mhm.
I've heard too many other folks say that he's not 6 foot.
That's my
Alabama
pick.
is-
I
You
gotta
mean
let
that
my
he's
dog out
shorter
real
or
quick.
that he's not
Yes,
that tall?
he's shorter.
sure.
He's shorter than 6 foot.
He's 6
He's
foot
like
194, and just as a comparison, the worst quarterback in Panthers history, including Jimmy Clausen, Baker Mayfield, is 6'1" and 215 pounds. So he's got 20 something less pounds on Baker Mayfield. Man, you know how much we don't like him.
Batted balls.
Mm-hmm.
We're always talking about
Yep.
batted balls.
To me, there's not much of a difference between Bryce Young and Matt Corral.
Of
We
course,
know
man,
how
'cause-
you feel about
dude,
it, Cody. I
because you know how you
promise.
feel about Corral. Exactly.
Well, I
Like,
guess
and
we
Cody,
could always
listen,
do it.
Wasted pick.
I-
That's all
I
I'm
will-
saying.
If we
Go
took
ahead.
Bryce Young, we could always do a play where the center turns around, grabs Corral by the foot, and tosses him in the air so he can throw the ball above the offensive line.
Yeah.
Well, Matt Corral's 6'2".
Yeah, but he's he's
Yeah,
6'2".
He's still a few inches taller than Shorty.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Cody, this is a situation with Matt Corral where I'm seriously hedging my bets. I honestly hope that you're right. I really do. Like I really do hope that you're right, because like what you're saying is very fantastical and it sounds awesome. I don't have any reason to believe it, which is why I can't put my faith into it. However, if you are right, if Matt
Yeah.
Corral is the guy, then oh my gosh, that is the answer right there. That is
Yes.
the answer that will put us on the map, that will take us to the next level. And I love that idea. However, I can't put my money behind that because I don't see anything but a guy who had a non-contact injury in the preseason.
He did.
Like,
It wasn't
he- he
non-contact.
definitely-
well, it was a Liz Frank injury. That's, I mean, okay, maybe contact, but I mean, you can. Get
Oh no,
that by
somebody
stepping the
definitely
wrong way.
stepped on his foot.
Right,
His foot got smashed.
Okay, well,
Yeah, well,
maybe my
my thing
only
with
issue
Matt-
is that
my
I feel
thing-
like I feel like Cody saying that's a coach's fault is not the coach's fault. Like, you got to play him. If we
No,
didn't
what
play him,
I'm
we'd be like, oh,
saying
you
is
wouldn't
that
play
he
him.
was in
Yeah.
there behind. He was in there with
Yeah, he was
bad
our
players and against
our
a bad.
rookie star was only in during the preseason behind threes and fours.
Yeah, and by the way, those threes
But he
and
was still a
fours.
third round pick.
Hold on,
Yep.
those threes and fours only got like 3 or 4 practice reps per practice. So
And I get
he
that. I
almost
get
he
that.
almost basically didn't even practice. And then think of it this way: if he is the guy, then the quarterback that you're building around for the next 3 years is a third round pick. Think about all the money that we'll be able to allocate to other positions.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
to be
I
able to
hope
build the
you're
team
right.
around
Mhm.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
except for his
Yeah, man.
contract's going to be done
In 5 years.
2024. No,
Yeah, you don't have a 5th year option. That's
Here's-
legit. But
no,
you
here's
have
you
my
don't even
concern.
get 4 years on a third. Like, what's the contract like? They don't get a 4-year contract for a third year pick.
It's 4
is it?
years.
Yeah, they do.
It's 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 4 years.
Here's the
And
concern I
he's
have.
the answer. There's nothing wrong with spending money on him.
5th year is only from the first round pick.
Yeah, right. If he works.
Mm.
Yeah.
Here's the concern I have with regard to this. With the Matt Corral debate. Matt Corral, we can talk about the argument, him in the preseason going with the 3s and the 4s, right? Well, unfortunately, he was also going against 3s and 4s. That's been my argument from the get-go.
Agreed.
Right?
Yep.
It
If you
doesn't
consider, hold on. If you believe that he is the guy, right? He should have looked like a star quarterback on a mediocre team.
No, he shouldn't.
Yes, he
Well,
should.
hold on.
No,
If
he
he's the
shouldn't.
best,
How
he
do
should,
you-
if
how
you
do you
believe
get
he's
to
the
that?
starter, if you believe he is going to be a star in this league, he should have been the best player on the field.
No, you can be a
Did-
star and still not have enough reps
Did,
or
uh,
enough talent to look good.
How
But
did
the
Justin
reason I
Fields-
agree with CK right here, and I think CK is 100% right, is because whenever Baker Mayfield came in that game in garbage time, put up 21 points, what did everybody say? Oh, he was playing against 3rd and 4th string players. He wasn't playing against starters. Well, Matt
He
Corral
was
played against
playing
3rd
with
and 4th
our
string players.
starters. He was playing with our
No,
starters
you're
against
splitting
their
fine hairs, man.
backup. Yes,
You're
he
splitting fine
was.
hairs,
If
man.
you don't have players that can separate and offensive linemen that can pass protect, and you've only gotten maybe 3 practice reps during
I'm
the
with
week,
CK.
it doesn't matter if you're Mahomes. You're not going to look great.
But
You
I will
might
say
look
this.
okay.
I will say, like, if you're expecting him to be the best player on the field,
No.
he's still a rookie. So
Right.
he
But
just needs to look good.
Here's the part that I want to make abundantly clear, right? I'm not saying that he can't be good, but to say he looked even capable of being a starter in the league in the preseason is a fallacy.
No.
You cannot
Yeah.
look at that.
No,
You
he
cannot look
didn't.
at the film he
No,
put
I
down on.
didn't.
You cannot look at the film that he put on paper in the preseason and say he is going to be the guy, right?
So-
now it's not to say he can't, but you cannot give me point to any evidence saying that he
No.
will be yet.
Sure.
So
But I'm not basing
here's
it
my
on-
point here with this. And we saw this from Trevor Lawrence as well at the beginning of last season. The difference between the speed of college and the speed of the NFL is immaculately different, right? And so when you go from being basically the number 4 in training camp, not getting reps, not getting that time in, not being able to acclimate to that speed of the game, even if you have major talent, major everything, you're still going to need that time to adapt. You saw it with Zach Wilson and Mac Jones last season. The first quarter to half of the season last year, they looked horrible. But as they got acclimated, as they got used to the speed of the game, they improved, right? So that's where I'm like, I think Cody might have a little bit there because we look at some of those reps in the preseason.
Sure.
Matt Corral gets his helmet ripped off, and he's still sitting there trying to deliver his pass down the road. He has that mental toughness and all of that. And we know he has the arm and the talent to run around and do what he needs to do. So that's where I'm at with it.
And I'm on the same wavelength as Greg is on this. Like, I want that to be the case. Like, I want him to work out, right? It's just hard to shake the feeling of what I saw. And even like when I'm looking at, we talked about FanFest when we all went, we were saying what we saw, right? And Cody was very high on Matt Corral. I was optimistic about him. I was looking forward to having a guy who can get the ball out real quick, and get the fling the ball down the field, all that stuff, right? I saw like even when there was no pressure, right? Just in drills, I saw a guy who was inaccurate with his throws when there was no reason to be inaccurate with your throws. And that was what I saw while I was there in person watching them do the drills. And that's where like I can't shake this feeling that the guy isn't the guy I wanted to be. I really dramatically wanted to be. But I can't shake a feeling that it's just not.
I mean,
case.
do we need him to be
With
the
you,
guy? Can he just
No.
be a guy?
He can be a guy, but I see too many D guys in the NFL for us to be.
You just went quick.
Hey, your audio went crazy on you.
You just grounded out, CK.
Me? Am I good now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're good.
No, you're
Okay,
good
you're
now.
good now.
You're good now.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, he may not have to be the guy, but I tell you what, I do want the guy after looking at what all the guys in the NFL. It's going to be hard, and they're the ones that are consistently putting the success on film and getting to the playoffs and getting to the championships. And the guy is a big portion of why people succeed in this league.
But I don't think we're going to get
Absolutely.
a D guy either way. I think
And by
if
the
we're
way,
drafting a
but,
rookie
like,
or not.
I'm also just wanting Matt Corral to get the opportunity
Absolutely.
that he is either one of them, either the guy or a guy. And the whole thing with the preseason thing, CK, is I'm like, if he was the guy or a guy under the circumstances that he came in under, you were never ever going to be able to know either way.
Right.
Now I'm saying if you let him get some reps with the ones, let him show what he can do, let him get on time with DJ Moore and Terrace Marshall and Deontay Foreman, then let's see what this young man can do before we go ahead and say, he's not it.
If I could throw something in, I talked to a couple people who went through Titans camp this week because they got Willis, guy I wanted. What the Titans did the first week of training camp, they knew who Tannehill was, they knew what he could do, so they let Willis take reps with the first team, just so they can see what he was. First week of training camp. And while all this was happening and other rookie quarterbacks drafted in the third round were actually getting opportunities, Matt Corral was getting fourth or fifth string reps with the fourth string behind Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and PJ Walker. You draft a quarterback in the third round, you should give him prominent reps. If it's not with our first team, fine. Give him second team reps, not put him fourth on the depth chart. And that right there is coaching malpractice.
Right.
And that's, to me, that's a lot to do with, okay, if he was having these issues, we should have found out he was having these issues long before the last preseason game.
You know what's absolutely funny about this? And I say funny, but I don't want injury to be funny ever. But the funny thing about this is the two best quarterbacks on our team right now are the two that were not going to be on this team at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one is going to be we knew PJ Walker wasn't making this roster because there was just no reason, especially before the injuries. And I had a suspicion that if Sam Darnold did well, or if Baker Mayfield beat him for the job, Sam was just going to be cut. A lot of people said we're not going to pay him to not be on the roster. Well, I also had the argument we aren't going to pay him to sit on the bench either, right? Like, I mean, either way, he's not playing for us, like one way or another. And I didn't think that they were going to go in with three quarterbacks again this year.
I thought they would keep four, but go ahead.
I thought they were only going to go with two and just fill the other holes. I really think that they had the confidence in Baker, and I think they had the confidence in Matt Corral. I mean, they drafted the guy, so I thought for sure those two guys were gone, and now here we are. Sam Darnold and PJ Walker are our best options at quarterback.
Yeah. Hey,
Can
before we
I
go on
ask
to
one question real quick?
Well, I
And
was
it's not
gonna,
about this. It's about something else.
I was just gonna say I wanted to shout out to the people that have gotten us to over 1,900 anonymous donation for $100. Tim Estes, my guy, with the $20. And of course, we had Stephen Harrington. We appreciate you guys so much. If you would like to donate, the link is in the description of the chat room, man. Join.
And pinned also in the chat. Yeah. I got one question, and this is just because I'm trying to look at my PrizePicks and why there's a problem with them. I just pulled up the 49ers stats on NFL Network, and it currently says, I'm going to share this just so like you guys can see what I'm looking at and how ridiculous. I don't know how is this the case? Is that if you look at the 49ers stats, we know Jimmy Garoppolo was carted off. He was 2 for 4 with 56 yards, but there's no person else listed with any passing stats. But somehow Christian McCaffrey has 8 catches for 80 yards. Debo has 5 catches for 49 yards. Kittle, who I need to get a fucking catch or 3 more for 49. Who's throwing the ball?
Purdy, Purdy, Purdy.
Well, they need to Purdy his ass into the passing category. And can George Kittle please get the 49 yards that killed me?
Hey, by the way,
bro?
can we talk about real quick that little stat right there for Christian McCaffrey about his run totals?
You don't like that average right there?
2.6. Interesting.
Have y'all seen?
I mean, they know what they're gonna do, dude. They're loading up against the run.
I love
Hey,
how petty
I
can
know.
be
I
sometimes.
will-
I'm
have
here
you
for
all
seen-
of us
I'm here
are.
for it.
Have you seen the games that Malik Willis has played and his stats? I think
Yeah, not
Matt
great.
Brown could do that easily.
Yeah.
And
Or, yeah, or
would
not
the
better.
Titans draft?
Well, I mean,
would the
the
Titans
Willis,
draft a quarterback
the
if they
Titans,
get young?
the Titans just
Stroud?
didn't feel the need to throw. I mean, when you running behind, when you're running back can win the game, and the only thing you do is run the ball, why not?
Yeah, but he has 41% completion rating.
Yeah, I understand that, but like I said,
I'm just saying,
if we
Titans
had
had a
Derrick
chance,
Henry on our roster, we wouldn't worry too much about who the quarterback was either.
but would Tennessee draft Young or Stroud if they had a
Who
chance?
needs Derrick
No,
Henry when
neither
you
one.
got Deontay Foreman? Let's go.
That's right. Let's go, baby.
All right, what's next?
Greg, you're muted. I don't know if you know.
But let's also remember
Just saying, yeah,
today
that's right.
the starting left tackle for the Tennessee Titans was Dennis Daly.
Legend.
Wow. By the way, these games right now
He was
are
better than
going
Matt
on.
Corral's offensive lineman.
Yeah, right. 100%.
That
But
probably
these,
was one of Matt Corral's offensive linemen.
yeah, right. These games right now are pretty damn good. The 49ers and the Dolphins, the Bengals and the Chiefs.
They are good games, yeah.
Got some good games going on.
Bengals-
All right, what you
I
got
think
next,
Bengals-
Greg?
Man, the only thing I got left beyond cat calls is the NFC South predictions. You know, we did AFC NFC Championship, we did Super Bowl, but I want to know who everybody here thinks is going to win the NFC South and like who's coming in last. I actually have them ranked here, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you want to
4.
rank them?
Well, I want to rank them, but I have them ranked in the order on screen for me. What I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Carolina 1, Atlanta 2, New Orleans 3, and Tampa Bay 4. This is the
Damn.
fall of Tom Brady. This year is the year that he gave up a losing season and the worst record in the NFL, possibly, for Giselle. And it's like, dude, you fucked up.
Smart man.
You fucked up. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure Tom Brady can get just about anybody he wants, so he's going to be fine. But I see it as Carolina. Like I said, I announced it last year. I'm behind Carolina winning this division. I think that we can win 4 or 5 games, which will definitely put us the winner of the division. So I'm looking at it like this: Carolina 1, Atlanta 2, New Orleans 3, and Tampa Bay is going to bottom out the last 5 games of the season, finish 4th. That's my prediction. What say you, Cody? I'll start in the middle. What say you, Cody?
So, yeah, man. Of course, you already know. I'm going with the squad. We're about to run the table on these fools. And that's going to be that. I think then Tampa Bay is going to be number 2. I think it's going to be between us and Tampa Bay.
Okay.
And to me, it makes for a better story. You know, I think, everybody kind of predicted Tampa Bay to win this division. And for us to come out of nowhere and take it from them, that would be pretty damn cool, in my opinion. Then I got New Orleans at number 3, and I got the Falcons at number 4 because
So the
honestly,
Falcons fall hard.
Bump
Yeah.
the Falcons.
Fuck the Falcons. I agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
What do you think, Kev?
I got Carolina number 1, obviously. I got the Falcons number 2.
Okay.
And Tampa 3, Saints 4th.
Okay. So almost the same thing, except you got Tampa and New Orleans reversed there.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, that's kind of an outlier. That is me going out on a limb saying Tampa's going to fall and be the last. But honestly, it's one of these things where whenever I see a quarterback like Tom Brady fall, like he's done, and I respect him for what he's done in the league. I respect, even if I don't agree with everything that's happened for him. I don't think that he would do it without cheating or other things. He would still be a great quarterback. When I see those guys fall, though, I want to see him fall hard, real effing hard. So I think Tom Brady's going to lose every game from here on out. So here we go. What do you think, Codizzle?
I think I'm going to put the Panthers at number 1. I know we sound like real fans for the Panthers for the first time in a while.
We are. Hell yeah.
But I think the Panthers are going to be 1. I think the Bucks will be 2. I think that last game of the season is going to be fighting for the first place.
Yep.
And I think number 3 is going to be the Falcons, and number 4 is going to be the Saints. The Saints is just unfortunately god awful. So,
I hear you. What you think, Pickle?
I think it's going to be Panthers, of course, number 1, Bucks at 2, and the Falcons at really close to behind the Bucks. And then the Saints are going to follow up on the end. And real quick, add to Tom Brady, dude, leave the women alone. They're not really worth it.
No.
Move on. Watch football announcements.
Listen,
and
ladies,
you live down there in the South. You in Florida. If you need some company, you can find one real easy. Don't worry.
Exactly. And for me, it's I have 2 daughters and a wife. Okay, so I don't want to talk trash about women by any means, because I don't think that there's anything wrong with women. But just like a woman says she doesn't need a man doesn't necessarily need a woman either. Like, it can work both ways. Like, if you're going to make that argument, it can work both ways. And I'm pretty sure Tom Brady is going to be just fine, with whoever he goes with. So, yeah, that son of a bitch. I agree.
I heard LeVar Arrington, who I love, on this. Listen to 2 Pros and a Cup of Joe. It's a Fox Sports national broadcast. I hate Jonas Knox, or I don't love him, but LeVar Arrington is awesome. And he said this. He said Tom Brady's about this offseason about to go on the most epic run any man in this world has ever done. It's like, if I could just be Tom Brady for 30 days when he is single and out there, like, he about to and by the way, maybe some of the people in the chat can tell this, because my kids were making fun of me about this. As I said this, I was like, oh, he's gonna slay that. And they were like that. And they were like, what? They were like, I was like, like, kill it. And he's like, that's not what that means no more.
Oh, they
changed
the meaning of the word. Yeah.
I mean, but they're like, he's like, now it's like, they're like, nah, like, if you say that to someone under 30, that's what my kid said to me, is they're gonna be like, that's not what that means, kill it. So I was like, well, what the fuck does it mean? He couldn't describe it to me, though. All he could just tell me is that that's not what it means.
Look, I've always made the argument that just about any female, and this is where they have an advantage, just about any female can walk into any bar any night of the week and say who wants to hook up, and she'll find somebody. Guys don't have that advantage. Guys, however,
hey, I can do that too now.
Tom Brady and Cody Lashney are 2 guys who can do that. I guarantee you, they can walk into any bar,
can roll right
any
in that
bar they
bar
want to, and walk out with somebody. So, just saying, I don't feel bad for Tom Brady with that situation.
I'll tell y'all my favorite pickup line that's not on the charity stream one day.
Amazon.
Wouldn't it be awesome to be the wingman and get the scraps of all that?
I mean, sometimes,
it's like,
sometimes it pays. Yeah.
Amazon sells a lot of things that people don't realize they sell.
Yeah, I mean, basically.
All you
know?
gotta do is go search it.
Yeah.
Shoot. Are you kidding me? Walgreens
Yeah,
sells things
crazy.
I don't sell. Walgreens sold an adult massager the other day that I was like, an adult massager? What's
What
the
does that
they're
got to
on-
you
do
can put
with
things
They're at
together.
Walmart.
Yeah.
They're at Walmart in the pharmacy
Yeah,
section.
Walmart.
We're off
yeah,
the
Walmart.
rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back to our
Go ahead.
discussion.
Go
Who's
ahead.
it on? Is it me? Or is it
yes,
I believe
Rankin?
so.
Yeah,
Now
I
here
Alright,
think
so-
it's
comes
me. Yeah.
Tony being the Debbie Downer while the Panthers are going to finish
The
last.
only guy who didn't pick the
Oh
Panthers.
no, I wouldn't say last. I actually like your like I like the momentum with Sam Darnold right now and a team that is I don't actually think it's absurd for the Panthers to be number 2 or even number 1 on this list. I just think I can't really say it with certainty until after this Saints game tomorrow with the Bucks. If the Bucks lose against the Saints, they are on the tumble. They still have a lifeline, like a pulse right now. They've won maybe 3 of their last 4, but I think the
After
loss
losing
last
5 of the last 6. Yeah.
yeah, but I
So-
think the loss though against the Browns really was the one they needed to get.
Yep.
Because they still have to play the 49ers, which just got a lot easier though. But still, the problem with the 49ers was never the quarterback in the first place. It was the defense. So, I mean, Kyle Shanahan might just run the ball 97 times against them and sack Tom Brady 87 times.
Yeah.
I just feel like right now, for safety's sake, I just feel I think it's Bucks, Panthers, Saints, Falcons, but I really could see a scenario where it's Panthers, and then like I don't know, maybe what's the Saints record right now?
Almost anybody after that. They're almost all tied. Like I think
Yeah, we're-
everybody's
Maybe I
tied.
go this.
Saints are
It's- I
4.
kind of think it could be Panthers, Saints, Bucks, Falcons.
And, it
And
could
maybe
be.
the Bucks at
Yeah.
the end, they've got to play some hard. The easiest team they got on their schedule right now is the Panthers and the Cardinals.
And the Panthers already beat them.
Dude, Justin Herbert
Badly.
just made one of the best
Badly.
throws.
All right, well that's cool.
Yeah, that's the Saints. Just if you watch the Saints play, they're like playing with no hope. They just the players don't look excited or even nowhere near. The Saints just are a team that's dying and they know it, and they just don't care. That's the
tell-
way I look at it.
I
I'm
agree.
telling you, Sam Darnold, Super Bowl MVP.
You know what, man?
I would like that.
It very well
Just for
could
the
be.
hell of
And,
it,
and
I would like that.
if it comes down to that, man, I'll be so happy. It'd be great. But
Waiting for at Bank of America Stadium, the chant heard all over the stadium. We want Sam. We want Sam.
listen,
Well, that's the
I heard-
crazy part is like
yeah.
we're really
They're already doing it.
yeah. I've
We
I've
are-
heard we want Matt before.
yeah, look, the Panthers are already a team in their history that when they go to a Super Bowl, nobody expected them that year to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh my
Like,
god!
think about 2015. Kelvin Benjamin goes down. Nobody expects anything from Carolina. We do that.
Right.
2003. Did anybody ever think Carolina was going to make the Super Bowl in 2003?
Lord, no.
No, we did.
N-
I mean, things happen. It could happen. All we got to do is get in the
Has
game.
there ever been a team that has been
We
in
gotta
the Super
believe.
Bowl?
I was
No,
1
listen.
to 5.
No, I have
in
one
fantasy.
question about
Now
this.
I'm 6 to
Is
6.
I
So,
I don't have any problem with you guys saying on any given Sunday there's a chance, there's hope. You guys might as well be Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance.
right.
But has there ever been a team who made it to the Super Bowl who had a losing record?
I don't
don't
think
think
so
so.
because I think there's only
Like
been
in
2
the
teams
history
ever.
of football. I
think
don't
there's
know
only
if
2
that's
teams ever to make it in the playoffs with a losing record. Carolina
You know,
being one of them.
But to that
Man,
same point,
so-
Tony, to that same point, how many times prior to the Eagles doing it did the backup quarterback come in and win the Super Bowl for him and win Super Bowl MVP?
Look,
didn't-
Sam Darnold put us 3 good games last year at the beginning of the season. We thought he was the answer.
what
If
about
you
Tom
get
Brady?
to the playoffs, you only need 4 good games to win the title.
I think
We've
the
seen
Giants
Giants
Tom
really-
Brady took over for for Drew Bledsoe and then won a Super Bowl that year, I think.
Tom Brady did not win that Super Bowl. Go back and look at his stats. He had like 112 yards
No,
passing.
but he's
for a
asking me,
touchdown
is there
interception. He did
another
not win the game.
like another example of a backup quarterback that took
Yeah.
a team to success?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
But
say
we're talking
Tom,
about
but
it
like
being
I'm just
a-
saying, has there ever been a losing team to ever make it to the Super
No,
Bowl?
I think
Right,
there's only
but
been 2 teams to ever make it with a losing record, and I think both of them lost in the first round.
But
I think
the part of it is this is the reality we live in right now, right? And all of those things that have happened for the first time had to happen for the first time, right, Tony?
True. There's got to be a first time.
That's
I
it.
think I think it happened to the Giants in the 80s.
Again, so you're telling me there's a chance?
There's
Right.
a
Exactly,
chance. We're
dude.
the
That's a
outlier,
great
baby.
point.
I
Yeah.
like you, man. You know what? Is that CK can be
I
my
like you a
wingman
lot.
when we roll with Tom Brady getting them scraps and be like, there's a chance. I'm like, yeah, there is.
We just
Yeah.
gotta poison the team with what was the fucking thing he poisoned them with in Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Oh,
Make him shit.
rat poison.
that his heart
The-
pills.
Yeah, the rat.
No,
yeah.
the
Oh
egg
no,
white.
it was
He gave him the rat
yeah,
poison, yeah.
No, it was the super peppers.
I remember that, but I'm talking about the X-Lax. When the dude was shitting. Jim
when
Carrey.
he
Yeah,
gave him the
Chuck
super
Daniels.
peppers.
Yeah, make it.
Yeah, he
Maybe
gave him
a
the
little
super
bit
peppers, and
more.
he was having a heart attack because of super peppers, and he gave him the rat poison to
Yeah,
instead of
and
his heart
then there
pills.
was
I love that.
was
movie.
it Jim? When did he get the X-Lax?
It was when he was going on the date,
Yeah, he gave it. Yeah.
and he put it in
Jim
the tea or
Carrey
something.
gave it to Lloyd's character. He put it in the tea, and he goes
Yeah.
over to the girl's house, and he annihilates
Oh.
her broken toilet, the toilet that doesn't work. Dude, that's a
Great
classic.
writing right
Such a
there.
good
Yep.
movie.
All right, I got nothing left except for cat
That's it?
calls. Tony,
Nah,
do
we
you have
only
the cat
got
calls?
one call, and it's
We
from
only got
2
one?
days
Okay.
ago. I say we just do it on Tuesday.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Yeah, we were supposed to go 4:30 to 6:30, but we never, ever finish when we're supposed to on this
No.
show. It just
know.
happens. We get to talk about Panthers football. We get to talk about all kinds of things, and it's the way it goes. We call it chasing squirrels on my show. We start chasing
Well-
squirrels, and we can't stop. So
We chased
did you have,
$1,708 today, though.
1,708. That's awesome.
Hey,
Sorry,
man, that's a great
unbelievable,
number, man. 17 and 8. Like,
Wonderful.
look, we that we could. I think some of us didn't even think that we would make it to that number. So that's a great number, man. Like, I'm proud of us. I'm proud of the C3 community for pitching in and making this happen. And yeah, how long is this link going to be live for, Tony? Like, how long will they?
I
Would they be
think
able to
it
donate
might
to the
live
show?
in perpetuity.
And if it
that's a
does,
word.
great. Yeah, you can
I
always
think this
donate.
will be on their website living until one day that they decide to take it down.
CMC
We just
had
said this
a
is that
giant
we were
run, by the way.
gonna
He
we were
missed.
gonna really devote this week to it from our energy standpoint, so we can still mention it occasionally. So this
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This is our first annual charity drive. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's like a Super Bowl title. Until somebody takes it from the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation, it is the one we support
I know.
until next year. Next year, maybe we'll pick a new one. We may go with the same one next year. Who knows? It just depends.
yeah, we want suggestions. That would be
Yeah.
great. We
Yeah.
want to do
We are
this. Is that we
doing-
want
In Bozeman,
we just want it to be a Panthers player one to keep that connection with just we're always theming things towards the Panthers. It doesn't mean that we don't care about other charities, but like and I feel like just doing Greg Olson's one would be too. Oh, they just missed a field goal.
Yeah, it is.
How can you get
Yeah.
a false start on a kneel down?
they're going to have to use their timeout. in order
The
to,
Rams, the Seahawks
the
and
clock.
Rams. They were kneeling to Seahawks were kneeling.
Harrison Butker
go.
just pushed it right.
Yeah, and somebody did a false start.
Football. I'm telling y'all, it's
Man,
crazy
it's great.
stuff.
Great games, great things,
Yeah.
great time with great friends, and thank you everybody for their support. That's all I got to say, Greg. I'm gonna let you do your thing.
You know what? My thing is basically like yours. Like I said, Tony, I just wanted to say that, I messaged Nikki Bozeman the other day about this and thanked her for being able to cooperate with us in this and make it possible, because I've been podcasting almost 6 years. And Tony Dunn, you are part of the reason that I podcast. Like, and it's so surreal to be on this show with you right now, producing stuff. It's fantastic. But it's just a matter of giving. Like you guys realize that we talk about random BS on a losing football team every week, and we bring joy to people's lives, and that's the big thing. And on top of that, bringing money to kids who need it is the best. Like, this has been a dream of mine, having a charity podcast. However, I've never had the reach. Thank goodness that the professor has started the C3 Panthers culture, the C3 Panthers Nation, and because of that, I'm able to piggyback off that and have this great podcast and this great charity going on. And I really do want to thank you, because you're the reason that I'm here, and you're the reason that we raise this much money today for all these kids. And I really do appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for those kind words. And really, it's just, again, like I said, I saw those numbers of like the 5,000 goal, intimidating. I was like, good God, if we could get up 500, and right, we just have locked arms. And Cody Lashney, I want to thank the people on the panel with me. Cody Lashney, CK, my bastard son. I'm going to let you in the family one day. Panther Pickle.
I don't want to.
The best rants, the best G-Baby talkbacker ever.
Yeah.
Cody, CK, you're my brothers.
Mhm.
In this thing, and I've always just said this, is I felt like when we started doing that, when I started this podcast with Joey, I had an idea of what I wanted it to be and what I didn't want it to be. And I didn't want people to think it was me telling them about football, like in some instruction, and like I wanted it to be, and the way I visualize this is we're riding in the car together to the game, talking about whatever is the latest we've been talking about for the Panthers, talking shit to each other, talking shit about the other team. We go to the game and cheer, and then we get back in the car and we're stuck in traffic, and we're either celebrating, we're talking junk. But that experience is just what I wanted to build and grow with people digitally. And what's wild is in 2013, I can't believe that was my idea. I didn't ever think like that the internet community, I wasn't even, I guess I just assumed the internet community would exist like that. But like, it almost seems a little forward thinking. And I'm not trying to pat my back, but like in 2013, the idea of now so many people do this, like like YouTube, everything's meant to live broadcast, to live do this. So just look, I love you guys. I've been going through some shit with my own life, and man, you guys helped me just turn my attention a different way.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely,
C3 family.
Yeah.
That's real stuff right there, man. We lift each other up, not only when the Panthers are bad, but when life gets rough. Hey, man, we're always doing these therapy sessions for one another. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, listen, you keep on as our community, as our people, continuing to share it, push us out, like it, donate if and when you're able, if you ever decide you want to do that, which we're always thankful for. Maybe one day we get to a point where we're big enough to where we can maybe build a little studio and we can all live in the same area. And
oh my God, that would be awesome.
And then we can all literally be in studio actually doing this. That would be pretty sick, I think, but I know that's a long shot, but at the end of the day, man, I think having a dream like that is important, having a future, having something that we can build upon. It doesn't, we don't want to just stop. As you can tell, this year we have accelerated in so many different ways. We don't want to just stop at giving you guys 2 shows a week, the Tuesday night and the post game show, and only Tuesday nights on the off season, right? We wanted to really push out more stuff. We wanted this to be like a, listen, I remember when we were good. I remember when I was out there looking for content every day to listen to for podcasts, and we want to be able to at least give you a go-to place for that stuff. And we're hoping we're doing a good job. I mean, I appreciate everybody, it's been even sticking through this. I know we don't have a lot of Panthers to talk about, so it wasn't our biggest show, but the people that have been here, you guys are real ones, and I appreciate every single one of you.
No, but first is Greg did a great thing with the idea. Is I remember saying this one time to Mel Mayock. It's like, whoa, we like maybe we should support. He was like, anyway, and I just fleetingly said it, and Greg comes back with this without me ever mentioning it to him. Like it's just recent, and he put all this together, identified who he wanted to pair up, and put all this together. But like Greg said, is just think about this is now we have 360, well, maybe a little less because we don't know when the bye week will be next year. But now we have an idea that we are always going to be working towards the bye week charity event. And so I can envision in 3 or 4 years this being as big as the draft party.
I agree. And that's what it's all about, man. It's all about building.
It's that, and like we start getting to a point where the players see that we're serious, right? We got 1,500 this year, 1,700 this year, right? Next year we might get a player who's wanting to come on the show and actually be here with us for the entire thing and promote this for everybody. I mean, there's a lot of options out. I mean, there's a lot of ways this thing can grow, and I've always been a proponent of doing what we can to try to get help the community out and do what we're doing now. And it's something that I'm proud of, and I'm glad Greg had brought it up. I think what happens is similar to what Tony was talking about, which is, we kind of get in our heads. We're not going to be able to do enough, right? We're not going to be able to,
that was my first thought. I was a little, just daunted.
Yeah.
Or intimidated, I guess.
And I think we underestimate the willingness of people to help other people. Even when things aren't easy, people are wanting to help where they can. And I think it does help people feel better,
All right, good stuff. Enough of us patting ourselves on the back. I do want to hug each of y'all. Like, y'all really are my friends. And the people in the chat really are my friends. And tough season for us. But, man, this podcast is thriving.
Not over yet.
Yeah. Actually, it's not. Like
it's not.
Weirdly excited about Sam Darnold.
The NFL officially has only eliminated 2 teams. From
2 teams, yeah.
Contention.
Houston and who else?
And the Bears. They just eliminated the Bears.
They're mathematically eliminated.
Super Bowl.
We're going to the Super Bowl, baby.
Like CK said, there's got to be a first.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The first losing team to ever make the Super Bowl, and let's double down and be the first losing team to win the Super Bowl.
I think we got Tony on the train. I think he's on the train, y'all. What do you think?
Man, I tell you, get me a win this week. Who we got next?
Yeah.
Who we got?
Seattle just won in overtime.
That's a winnable game.
They won.
It's a winnable game. No, we need them to win. Win this week and lose to us next week.
So here's the problem with PrizePicks.
Yeah, they won this week already.
Kenneth Walker went down after 3 carries.
Oh,
he was averaging 11 yards a carry.
That's my fantasy round.
He had 1 carry for 30 yards.
Well, still, he was still averaging 11. Yeah. But 33 yards rushing on 3 carries, but he had 1 for 33. Obviously, I didn't know that. My fantasy darling, who is my deep pick that's been really helping my team, did not do me no love today and killed the PrizePicks right away.
Fuck. I picked up the Browns defense this week.
We've had a great show, and I will end this with the cliche words of 5, like just the story. Like I said, almost 6 years ago, I was nothing, and I'm still basically nothing. But at this point, 6 years later, I am raising almost $2,000 on my favorite podcast ever with some of my best friends for people who need it. And if dreams do not chase you back, and if you've got a chance, take it. Like I said, it's cliche, but it's so effing true. Like, if you have this desire, this drive, do it. Somebody will listen. Somebody will listen. Somebody will like what you're saying. There will people that will agree with you. It puts us where we're at right now, and I really appreciate Nikki and Bradley Bozeman for their contribution to this, for us, for all the fans who have promoted money and given money to the cause. Like, this is phenomenal. Like, the goal was 5,000. We didn't hit the goal, but I knew that was not honestly realistic coming in. However, we have surpassed what I thought we were going to do. And I do thank everybody on here who has gotten me involved in podcasting, who has helped out with the charity, and who is a Panthers fan. We are building a nation and a culture. This is a C3 Panthers nation. We're here, no matter how bad we are. Please join us. You're always welcome. So I can say that. Cody, take us out of here.
Until next time, C3 Panther Nation, keep pounding.